Hi, I'm Ian, the Dragonborn Bard, and you're listening to the Lightwell Live podcast here on the Dragonborn Industries channels.
Well, good evening.
Good evening.
And Happy New Year, I guess is how we're starting today's recording of this podcast, because it is now 2025 on the 3rd of January. Oh,
wow.
Welcome to everybody that's here, and hello again to my friends. I haven't seen these guys for nearly 2 weeks, and I've had a great time not seeing them.
That is bullshit.
Lies and
Guys, you cried every day without us.
Not because of you, though. I just cry every day anyway. I live a sad little life. But no, thank you to everybody who's turned up tonight, and thank you to Happy Piranha for hosting us and letting us record this D&D 2024 podcast from right here inside the venue. I'm always going to be eternally grateful for them letting us do this wild show from here. I will point out that we do have to do a large recap tonight, guys, because unfortunately episode 2 was corrupted and we couldn't get anything out of it. So we're going to do a massive recap. We're going to let you guys know what happened in the last episode, and also let those who are only listening via podcast sort of also know what happened in the missing moment, as it were, because they're all dead. I've decided to retcon it. You all died.
Yay!
Woo!
So it's time for the even worse characters.
I don't know if you can go that low.
Bet.
I'm not a gambling man, but yeah. So thank you to everybody who's here. Thank you to everybody. Do you guys remember what happened during the last session at all, or would you like me to go over it?
Yes.
We-
You go over.
I think the pro DM should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pro DM.
Yeah.
The premium DM, mate.
Stop it.
This is how it works, isn't it? You get a microphone, that's what you can call yourself. So, we found ourselves back at the start of this adventure. We saw, obviously, like a high castle in the mountains. We saw some hand with a bottle that released that into a flowing waterfall that then carried its way down to Lightwell town, where we then found the Lightwell Clan, which is our 4 players here. We've got a Dwarven clan. Starting over at this side, who is your player? What's your character?
Arabella Blackhelm. She is a Circle of Stars druid and loves making shit jewellery, which is actually lovely.
And next to me?
We have the sister of Arabella, the middle child, Bonnie Blackhelm, also a dwarf, a ranger with her Shetland pony companion, not princess, that was the first draft, Contessa Jemima.
Contessa Jemima. I'm actually going to jump over you, Tommy, and go to the other sibling.
Oh, well, my name is Mathias Blackhelm. He is a Way of the Drunken Master monk dwarf. And he gets drunk a lot.
He does.
But he's very good with it. He knows what he's doing most of the time. So a lot of drunken antics. Yeah.
So we have the 3 siblings, but then we also have...
I'm the uncle,
yeah,
and I'm missing my maul at the moment.
you are indeed.
Yeah, no, I'm just a dwarf fighter. I'm the uncle, unfortunately for them. And I try to lead us into a better place sometimes, but not always the best at leading us in the right direction.
Yeah.
And that's the family dynamic that we saw. So we have these 3 siblings and an uncle, and it transpired in that first episode, for those who maybe haven't listened to it or need the recap, that their parents had left their home to go find a hearthstone, a really key and important part of a dwarven household, because it is part of like worshipping the hearth and construction and all of the kind of dwarven things that you would find within a home. But those parents went missing almost 20 years ago in Split Rock Mountains, and this bottle turns up, and it's actually Onkle who finds it with a note from the Blackhelm Clan parents asking for help, as they've been captured by some kind of mage in a tower in the Split Rock Mountains. The party, after finding some armor for Uncle and getting him a weapon, set off across the plains, encountering things like griffins and finding treasures along the way, until they got to the Split Rock Mountains and began their arduous climb up it. There were many hazards along the way, and during this, Uncle decided that he was so angry at the mountain that he was going to attack it, losing his brand new weapon. Because you rolled, I think it was a natural 1.
Yes.
And I was like, well, we've got to do something with that. So that lovely gold that you all chipped in with as a family gift was destroyed, well, I think real time, well, within 2 hours. Within game, about 24 hours. And they eventually made their way to the top of this mountain top, where they found a goblin who was acting in sort of like an outpost way, like almost like a sentry, where they offered a riddle to the party to show them the way into a castle at the top of this mountain called the Raven's Perch. They solved, it was actually Mathias that solved the riddle of the goblin and was shown the bridge and led them to the front door, of which they entered the Raven's Perch castle. In here, the party sporadically began to search rooms, following no direction even though they had a map whatsoever, and just picking random places to go, which as a DM, I love, but you're not going anywhere really, are you?
No.
And they encountered different things in different rooms. They found traps, they found monsters, they found little bits of lore here and there. But they really have been searching around. So, as a recap to my players, obviously I gave you all maps. For the rest of you out there, you're not really going to see it, but it looks like this. It's a piece of paper with some ink on it. But you did search through quite a few different rooms. You found the main foyer, which is where you entered, and there was a water weird, which you guys had to combat, which had somehow been enchanted by the magic on the doors and seeping through into the foyer. You went into a room that was filled with draconic statues, which appeared to gout flame if you triggered them in certain ways, and you also found a secret door through a catch inside one of the dragon's mouths. You found some other doors to the eastern side as well, which you decided not to go through, as you thought they would also be trapped. And you worked your way down into a storage room, heading southwards on your maps, and found potions, and then you found a dining room, and eventually found your way into what should be on your maps, room 14. Now, I believe that Arabella and Bonnie are still within the dining room at this point.
Yes.
Doing really important things in the dining room.
They were, and I believe, drawing their favourite fantasy castles.
Yeah.
It was our dream fantasy castles.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
While in the meantime, Mathias and Onkle were in this makeshift armory. It seems like this antechamber to other rooms that has suits of armor lining the wall, about 6 of them. Each one has its own halberd in its hand. And then on the northern wall, above a mantelpiece, is a shield with 2 crossed warhammers on it. To which end Onkle and Mathias decided that was probably the best choice to get Onkle a new weapon.
Yeah.
Immediately, on touching the hammer, they were plunged into instant darkness, and the sound of clanging metal and whooshing air began. I do need to start tonight with you guys rolling initiative, please.
Brilliant. Love it.
Not only is it going to be theatre of the mind, they're in magical darkness. I need to describe nothing. I have made the least amount of work for myself here.
Are we rolling as well from the other room?
Absolutely, you are rolling as well. So I'm going to start down with Mathias.
11.
11. Bonnie.
13.
Uncle.
11.
11. And Arabella.
I rolled a nat 1, so
Get it out of the way.
yeah. So what is that actually? Where is my initiative? Oh, yeah, that'd be 3 in total.
3 in total.
Yeah.
Lovely. So, perfect. For you guys out there, I put a D20 on each one of your tables. When I call for a D20 roll, I'll just ask it out to the audience, and if you so wish to be the person to roll it, just stick your hand up, we'll point at one of you, and we'll get you to roll the dice basically for me, because there's nothing more sadistic than making you guys do it. At the top of the round, Bonnie. I don't know if you guys have made any noise as soon as this light's gone out or anything.
I don't think we've had a chance, no.
No, but you do hear like the clanking of metal in the next room over. So, I mean, whereabouts in the dining room are you? This large table fills the room with like candelabras on it and plates and everything like that. But whereabouts would you guys be?
We are at the table because we've got out the map. We're drawing on the back of the map what our ideal floor plan for a dream castle would be.
Okay, I will at least say that you are on the south side of the table, which is the way that the boys went. And you just hear through this wooden door that's still probably open. You see, like, you can't really see because it's so dark in there, especially from where you are. But you do hear, like, this clanking of, like heavy footsteps.
Okay. Uncle, Matty, are you okay in there?
Oh, God. I can't see anything here. It's gone black.
Yeah, dark.
Turn on the lights.
Can you see anything?
Well, yeah, because it's light.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anything else from you?
No.
You're going to stay there? Good.
Yeah.
First up, You hear the whooshing of air and like of something like swinging through, like somebody swinging a stick. You know, we've all done that, and we've all swung a stick and heard the whoosh of air, right? Well, this is a halberd coming straight for you.
Universal experience.
Universal experience. Everybody's done it. I don't need to describe it. I need a D20 roll, please. We got one over here. 4. Ooh, they do have a decent plus to it. But it's not all that great. Woo! Matthias.
Oh,
does a 7 hit you?
Oh, no.
I genuinely paused on 4 plus 3 there. I was like, does a...
Good math. Good math.
Yeah, good math. Okay, that's the first one. I need another D20 roll, please. You gotta go for it. Go. 15.
Oh.
Does an 18 hit Onkle?
Oh, it does. It does.
Onkle, not Matthias this time.
Not you.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sure it still does.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so Onkle, you are going to take 9 points of slashing damage.
Oh, what was that? Oh!
As something just like...
It wasn't me!
You hear this whoosh, you hear like it come close to your ears, Matthias, and a second one comes in and makes contact with you, Onkle.
Oh!
You can feel something in the air just swinging about, but you are in pitch black. It is now, Matthias, your go.
Okay. Can I sort of just try and blindly make my way back to where I know the dining room was?
Okay, so yeah, you can choose to, like, if you're trying to feel your way around,
Yeah.
I would say that's an investigation check, but it's at disadvantage.
Oh, I don't
because
like
you are in pitch black.
I don't like that at all. Yeah, okay. 16.
16. Okay, so you are currently on the north wall. Do you tend to go right or left?
Right.
Okay. You start making your way to the right. You are at the mantelpiece and you shimmy yourself across, and then you make contact with wood. And you think, oh, this has got to be a door. I know I need to carry on around. I do need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, brilliant.
This will also be at disadvantage because of the darkness.
Oh, I don't like that at all. Okay. Oh, dear. That is a 10.
A 10 just fails, I'm afraid, as the ground beneath you gives way, and it's like a moor of earth and stone just comes up like a bear trap and just clamps onto you for a moment. You are going to take 2d6 of piercing damage.
Oh.
That is 6 points of piercing damage
Too bad. Okay.
as you activate the trap on that door.
Uncle, what are you doing? Oh.
It releases straight away. You're not trapped or anything, and you are able to carry on. And what that tells you is you know there's a trap at that door.
Yeah.
But you carry on around the room with that investigation check, and that's only 5 foot away from you to begin with. 5, 10, at 15 foot, going down the eastern wall, you then find what feels like the edge to a doorway and an open door.
Okay.
Do you carry one out through it?
I'll make my way through it for sure.
As soon as you cross the threshold, the lights turn back on,
Okay.
and you see Bonnie and Arabella stood at the south of the table, probably like quills in hand.
God's sake, get them quills out of your hands. We've got something on our hands here.
Well, Matty, we're really in the middle of something here. Would
So
you
we-
prefer attic or basement for your floor?
Look at me, I'm bloody.
And the difference is...
You never believe me.
It's because you're always drunk, Matty. If you sobered up, maybe we'd make a chance of believing you. Okay, what's the matter?
I'm being serious. Uncle is hurt. But so am I.
Again, what's different?
I'm still in here!
He's trapped in the darkness. We need help him.
I mean, look, his mental state might be a bit low at the moment, Matty, but, you know... there's not a lot
Uncle,
that-
follow my voice. What? Follow my voice. Come to me.
To which end, if that's the end of your go,
I will use just my action to just call him and make sure he can still hear me.
I will give you the aid action.
Okay, that's fine.
To which end, Onkle, it is your go. You feel Matty just disappear from your side. There's still like the swooshing of air and the clanging of metal in the room. It is pitch black, and you hear obviously your nephew shouting, "Come towards me." What would you like to do?
God, it's bloody dark in here! Right, follow that voice!
Keep coming. Keep coming.
I'm coming!
Are you trying to make a beeline to his voice?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would like you to make me a perception check. It would be at disadvantage, but because of the help action, you can roll this flat.
Nice. Okay.
Is it?
Oh, 17. 18, 19.
Okay, so we're definitely going to be heading in the correct direction. That's for sure. You start heading 5, 10. You get 15 feet until you get to this sort of like doorway. As you pass one of those squares directly through the center, though, you shoulder collide with something big and metallic.
Ooh!
And it's going to take a swing at you. I need a D20, please. If you guys want to roll it over there. 4, you lucky sod.
I like that. I like that.
Thank you.
You guys might need to refresh your dice. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Roll higher, please. Let's see what they've got to hit. No, that's an 8 to hit you.
Nope.
Excellent.
Love it.
He says, begrudgingly. You make it to this door frame. You hear Matty calling you, and would you be like reaching into the darkness to like grab him?
Yes.
You can probably grab his hand, and with another 5 foot of movement, pull him out. And as soon as you cross the threshold into the dining room, you can see again. But for the rest of you, as soon as Uncle crosses into the dining room, the darkness behind you turns off, and the room is relit back up. And what you can see, in fact, give me a perception check, everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Dirty 20 for me.
16.
18.
18, 16,
15.
20, 15. That's a good spread. That's not bad, guys. You see a suit of armor walking back to the central position. Both middle sets of armor on both sides had animated, and you also see all 6 halberds float back into the hands of the armor as the room seems to reset itself when you leave.
That was a bit weird, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't think we should go back in there.
Anybody got a fireball?
What's a fireball? Is that kind of whiskey?
I don't know.
It sounds
Wizards
bloody
do
good.
it,
Whatever
don't
it is.
Well, none of us are wizards, are we?
Have you got some?
No.
Oh, disappointing.
You should try some water sometime.
Hydration is really important.
I will say you guys are out of initiative if you are not in that room.
I don't think we should go back in there.
But I want my weapon.
I mean,
Oh, you
maybe, did you try and steal one? Because I don't think you should go and get one of those again. I mean,
You got a scimitar, haven't you?
Well, maybe with
you-
all 4 of us we could do it. Some torches.
I will let you both make an Arcana check. In fact, I'll let all 4 of you make an Arcana check.
Sexy.
21?
15.
15.
8.
Okay.
Tracks.
Oh, that was weird. That was in stereo. That was on both sides of me right there. And I actually think that I think for Onkle, you're not quite sure what the hell just happened. For yourself, Arabella, because you rolled the 21, didn't you?
Yes.
You know that a magical trap like that has to be activated, and it could be proximity. But from what Mathias tells you, with like what they would imagine, you tell them what you were doing in the
of
room,
course, yeah.
and working out with like ranger kind of like knowledge and stuff like that, that they probably did something to activate that trap, which means that it wasn't when you first entered the room, and you probably put it on. You then touched something that then activated the room.
Yes.
So being in there probably not a problem.
Okay.
Just got to be careful what you try and take.
Yeah, I reckon we can go in, but I mean, just don't touch anything, Uncle. Seriously.
Touch with your eyes, not your hands.
Precisely. Precisely.
Shall I look with my hands then?
No!
But I want the axe or maul or whatever it was that was on the wall.
I'm sure we can find something else in here.
mean,
It's a big castle.
I did give you a loner, so, you know.
I don't like scimitars.
Oh, well, boo-hoo. Maybe if you hadn't thrown your nice new weapon at a mountain, you'd be all right.
Well, I had to do something.
Yeah, preferably not that, Uncle.
Oh, well, I don't
Anyway,
know, do I?
Shall we try and move on? We should probably get out the map. Actually, let's turn it around and save those plans for later.
What were they doing?
I don't know. They have their quills out on there.
Very important business.
Very important
Thank you.
business.
You guys can probably see that there's like children's drawings of a castle, which you probably have seen from when you guys were all kids. And it's very much like seeing 2 young kids again drawing their dream castle.
I mean, one is covered in stars and the other one is half horse. So
My castle's a horse.
my castle's a horse. It's a horse castle. But
Bonnie's moving castle. There's the side quest.
Oh
right
my god! That's a one shot in the making.
But you guys stand in this dining room. It's lit by candlelight. There is like a candelabra chandelier kind of above you. It's very dim, warm light, but all the place settings on the table are empty. It's just slightly dust covered. You can probably see one seat in particular. It's probably a little less dust covered. You have these 6 doors to this room. The one on the eastern wall that you came through from the storage room. You've got one to the north. You've got one in the northwestern corner. The one that you've just brought these guys back through in the bottom southwest corner, and then you've got 2 of them to the south as well. Mm-hmm. What would you like to do?
Well, we can make our way through the armory again as long as we don't touch anything.
Okay, where are we heading? I do want to reiterate. Where are we heading?
Well, we ain't got any bloody where we'd go.
But we've got some. Can we try and figure it out from the map? I've tried to look, but I didn't really do a good job of it.
No.
But maybe as brains all together, we could work out where would be a sensible place. I mean, are we aiming for like dungeon level? I suppose that's where Mum and Dad are.
I like the round room. The round room looks good.
Is it just because it's round?
That's right, yeah.
So Uncle's not allowed to make any decisions anymore.
Well, the square room.
I mean, if our parents are holed up somewhere in a prison or something, it's probably downstairs. In a dungeon.
Should we try and aim downstairs?
Should we go back?
Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Everyone agreed with that?
Yes.
Let's do it.
So are you making your way back to like the foyer and then working yourselves out? Where you tell me where you're heading, and I'll tell you how quick you can get there.
So, would we, looking at the map, would we be able to kind of see if there are stairs that lead down anywhere from the foyer?
Yes. So from the foyer, you can see that there is a staircase just south that's supposed to lead downwards. You can also see from the map that there is a staircase. It would actually show you in room 20. There is supposed to be a staircase that goes down.
Okay.
In room 23, there is a stairwell that goes up. And between rooms 21 and 22, there is also a stairwell that goes up.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Well, we only know where one of them is, so should we go down that first one we found?
Let's try first. Let's go down, yell timber, and go from there.
Should we cut through this north door in there?
It makes sense, yeah.
All right.
Should we, let's give it a check first.
Can I check that northern door for traps, please?
Make me an investigation check, please. No. They're the noises that D&D players make that, like, anywhere else, you'd question that. But a room full of people on a Friday night.
Oh, no. 11.
A natural 1.
A natural 11. 9 for an 11.
Oh, sorry, this is a natural 1. Nine.
Wishful thinking.
It was wishful thinking. A 9 for an 11, you say?
Yes, I do say.
I say. So, let me have a quick check of my map. Okay. Sorry, there's a lot of rooms in this dungeon.
There is.
There's a pentagram room as well.
Okay.
Uncle knows shapes.
I was going to say, naming shapes now.
The door is clear of traps.
Clear, guys. Breaching. 1, 2, 3, go.
I think it's locked, isn't it?
It is, in fact, locked.
Bonnie's going to like press against it and be like,
That was embarrassing for you,
can
wasn't
I
it?
try and like sleight of hand, see if I can unlock it somehow?
Absolutely you can. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Let's use a different dice.
Or you can barge your way through it.
I can do that.
We might have to at this point.
14 sleight of hand.
You begin... you tell me how you're trying to unlock it, and I'll tell you how it doesn't work.
I think Bonnie has, like, from her... Because her braid is so long, there's, like, bobby pins stuck all throughout it. And she tries to sort of, like, awkwardly stick her hand in a weird position to try and jam this bobby pin in the lock, and it just buckles and does nothing.
So as you're trying to, like, get this, like, bobby pin in, you get to the point where you think... You're like, oh my god, I've got, like, the pin barrels here. I've got the lock. And the Contessa knocks your hand from the side and snaps your bobby pin.
No sugar lumps later, Contessa, not now.
You do not make it through the door, and the lock is now jammed with a hairpin.
I got it. I some things you don't know about me, children. I'm very good at picking locks.
Even one
that's no
full.
surprise.
Absolutely, you watch. I'll
You
do
should.
it.
I mean, give this one a go, Uncle, because I think someone came along before and broke it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No problem. I can pick any lock I can. You come out of the way. Come out of the way. Come on. Back
Yeah,
up.
sure, but I think someone's really done a number on it. The bastards.
I'm going to barge the door.
Yeah. Okay, make the attack roll.
Show us how it's done.
Right. Right. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. That's an 8. Total.
You run. Are you just trying to like kick it open? Are you trying to shoulder barge it?
I
Is it
reckon-
one of those like modest ones where you're like, I've got this kid?
No, I reckon he would just hit the side of the wall. He's just not very good at being accurate. He would just barge the side of the wall instead.
So you run at the door, and like you're on target, and the Contessa just turns around in the last moment, and you go to dodge her, and you like shoulder barge into the door frame, and it does not move.
I think we should go back the way we came, don't you?
Should we try a door
think
that's
so.
like open?
Can I try and get the Contessa to break down the door?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay, so she has a thing called Beast Strike.
Yep.
If she takes a 20-foot run up, she can do some bludgeoning damage. If
You
she
have a
hits.
20-foot run up easily in this room. So this room, for anybody who can't see the map, is before the door is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's a 35-foot long dining room. The table is about 20 foot long alone.
Cool. So it's going to be plus my attack modifier for her. Oh no!
This door's going to defeat us, isn't it?
Yes,
It's a
yes, it
natural
is.
one for a 6.
Sorry, there's 2 of us left.
It's a door. It's a lock. It's not even trapped. It is a locked door.
2025!
This is Dungeons and Dragons at its peak. This is everything that we play for. You tell me how the Contessa goes to attack the door, and I will tell you how they miss.
The Contessa trots back 20 feet. She flicks her forelock out of her eyes. She primes her hooves and gallops towards this door, but at the last second she gets a whiff of a sugar lump that Bonnie's taken out of her pocket and immediately just stops, like just kind of slides into the door and then just munches down on a sugar lump.
The door now has full cover. As this horse stands side
Shetland,
on.
excuse me.
This pointless horse stands butt to the western wall, completely covering, up to about 3 foot high, which for dwarves, you're only a foot above it. This wooden door, this locked, non-trapped wooden door. Just. Yep, that is exactly that one there. Just trying to nudge at your hand for the sugar cube.
I haven't earned it.
Who's next then?
Wait,
Matty, it's your turn.
this might what I got an idea. It might be a bit dangerous.
It's all right.
Are you sure? Well,
Wow.
we filmed
Even
this
as the
many
TM,
times.
I didn't get a word of that.
Might be a bit dangerous. This one.
He said it might be a bit dangerous.
Everyone, clear out the way a little bit.
Okay,
The centre
okay.
of the room. I'm going to pour oil at the bottom of the door because I have oil on me. I've also got a tinderbox. So it's a wooden door, as you say.
It's a wooden door.
So I'm going to splash it along its sort of like his wooden planks.
You're leaving the horse there, right?
The Contessa is safely out of the way.
I'm just going to just strike some flint against this tinderbox and just hopefully set it alight.
You can't miss that.
No.
I'm not going to make you roll a skill check for doing what is essentially a basic toolkit stuff.
I'm going to wait about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, so you
And then,
strike the tinderbox. You like strike the flint, and the spark ignites the oil, and the door catches. And obviously, for a moment or two, when you light a fire with oil, obviously it's only really the oil that's on fire, and you have to wait for the door itself to begin to catch. But it's an old door, and it's very dry, so it doesn't take long. And eventually, you start to see that like parts of the door around the edge of the frame do start to turn to charcoal. You wait sort of 5-10 minutes. It's still on fire.
Yep.
It is in a stone frame, but you can see that the edges of it is very, very charred and burned. You can probably see where the embers are setting into it as well. You have considerably weakened this door.
Okay. I think it's on its way out. I've got a battering ram, anyone?
I can't help but think that in the time that's been burning, we could have just walked around where we came.
We've committed to the bit now.
I mean, do we have a vendetta against this door?
We cannot
now?
leave
Is
this.
okay, right, okay.
The Black
I wasn't in
Elves,
on this, you see. I haven't.
We
got
mustn't
the,
be defeated by a door.
Okay.
Does it look like it's like weakened at all?
Yeah, massively so.
Okay, I'm gonna get one of the chairs from the dining table and just ram it into the door and see if I can make a hole in it.
Make me an attack roll. It is an improvised attack because you are using a chair rather than your monk fists.
Yeah.
And so you are going to add your strength to this because you are a monk.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's not a martial weapon.
All right, that's a straight 12.
12 is actually a hit against wood, especially with its weakened
Yay.
state.
Thank you.
So I need you to roll improvised weapon damage, which is going to be a d6 plus your strength modifier.
2.
Okay, you... and the door cracks. It's not fully broken, but it is definitely cracked. Bit warm next to it, though.
Bit warm.
It's still on fire.
I don't know what you mean. Does it look like it has any hole in it now?
You've cracked it. You haven't made a hole in it, but you have cracked it. You think that mechanically the AC is lowered, so now you just have to beat the AC and get through the hit points.
Anyone give me some help here? I'm getting somewhere.
Enough of this. I'm just going to cast Thunderclap on the door.
Jesus.
It's just a last ditch. Fuck this door, y'all. Being
Fuck it with
ridiculous.
thunderclap.
Resource management who?
It's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Nice.
Exactly.
D&D 2024 Thunderclap cantrip.
yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, does the door need to make a Constitution saving throw?
It automatically fails because it is an object.
Fantastic. Everyone, get back. And yeah, I just summon thunder from the air and come crashing down on this door.
How
Does
much
it-
damage?
Huh? 1d6.
Roll it up.
Oh,
No.
I didn't know if we were going to have to roll or not. 2.
Okay.
One bit at a time.
Power.
We're getting there.
This is the boss. This is it.
I could just do it again.
You all could just do things again.
Yeah.
At this point,
We'll just start wailing on the door.
with the chair, with the running, with the horse, with the cantrips, I'm just gonna let you break the door down.
Yay.
We're gonna be here all night.
I guess just all 4 of us just get so annoyed, we just run towards the door, just fists.
I am so tempted to give you a point of exhaustion and just let you get through.
I've already got
You
one.
do, don't you?
We do.
That's the point. Climbing that mountain was arduous. I'd
It
forgotten
was.
about that. That's what you get for not listening back to it. Please
Let us defeat this door.
You eventually, because you have cantrips and you can just keep going at it. I'm not going to make you burn resources for this. Eventually, the door gives way, and the fire, the sheer force of putting into it, it shatters outwards, and the embers of the wood just scatter across the floor, and you are left with a clear path leading to an archway that leads back into the foyer, where you see that water is still on the ground, but obviously you've defeated the water weird that was in there. Who's going through first?
I will.
Okay. Uncle, you step through into the corridor, and immediately on your right, where it has been pointed out there is supposed to be a staircase, you do see stairs beginning to go down. But what you also see is the tunnel has collapsed. And
For God's sake.
where you looked through it, the curtains that were at the front one to begin with, you didn't actually take a look at the stairwell. And
This is
unfortunately,
bloody typical, this.
I don't think we should bother.
Do we really even want to save our parents?
Is it just stone, or is it?
yes. So the entire stone tunnel of the stairwell has collapsed, just blocking off
I don't know
that.
if it could have been some dirt.
You can probably grab a little bit rubble dirt and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
A giant badger couldn't get through it, could it?
No.
Okay, fine. That's all I wanted to know.
I don't think we should bother trying to clear it. I think we should continue on.
I think we should just let our pride go on this one.
Let's never look at a door again.
But we did defeat the door, so.
We did, that was very important.
Go
Very
team.
important. Do we want to, where else goes down?
It was 20? was it?
20. So,
Are we not going north then?
Well, there's nowhere else to go.
Well, we just spent all that time with the door, didn't we?
well, if we go back through that way and then through the armory, and then through some other bits, down to that bit that looks like a kind of a cat tail wrapped around itself, that will lead us down to some downstairs stairs.
I want to go to
Hopefully.
the circle room.
We're not going to the circle
That is the other
room.
choice.
I'll just follow you then, shall I?
Yes.
You seem to know where you want to go. Let's go with you.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll follow you.
We're heading for room 20.
Yes.
Okay, so you can make your way back down into the dining room.
Yeah.
Are you going through the armory, or
Yes.
are you? Okay, so you go back into the armory, into this room filled with suits of armor, these halberds, and there are like other like trophy weapons and stuff, like all like swords are mounted on the wall and everything. Very grandeur. You see that there is a wooden door to the north in the northeastern corner on that northern wall.
Don't touch that. That's a bad one.
Bad door. Okay.
There is
touch
an
anything.
archway directly to yourself on the southern wall opposite that door. Obviously, coming through the dining room door, there is another door as well in the southeastern corner that goes to the east. There's a wooden door just there. And there is an archway in the southwestern corner that seems to lead through into another room.
Do you know what? When we build our castle, there's just going to be no doors. Open
No.
plan. All the way.
Absolutely lovely archways, decorative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of, should we check out that southerly archway?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I think
Let's
so.
do that.
Uncle, go poke it.
All right, okay. I'm going to. Right, I suppose I will then.
So you go to the archway in the southwest corner, yeah? So that leads towards room 13.
Yes.
Yes.
So it is just an archway. There's no door. There's no anything in the way. You can see that through it is another well-lit room. It seems to be a little bit brighter than the room that you're in. There is like a stone floor from where you stand at the archway, and you can see that looking directly ahead of you and in that sort of like tucked into that corner is another archway that leads off to another direction, where again there seems to be some kind of bright light emitting from there. Until you step into the room, though, that's all you see.
So it's empty. Empty then, is it?
No, that's all you can see for now because you haven't stepped through into the room yet.
I'll step through into the room.
Excellent. You enter into a long rectangular room. It's probably about as long as the dining room. But the most striking thing here is that there is a statue of a being in the center. The statue is of a strong, muscular male with an eye patch over their right eye. They have long, flowing hair, and they look up as if looking towards the sky, and with their left arm raised up as if they were trying to grab the sky itself, their right arm is outstretched towards you with an open palm. There is a small shelf on the western wall to the left of them. You can see that there is this archway that leads south into a room that seems to have some kind of sunlight, bright light in it. There is a wooden, very rustic wooden door on the western wall, and then on the northwestern corner there is a barred door, like as in like the door is just bars, like iron bars. Stuck on the word bars.
Bars.
Yeah.
Right, come in. Seems all right.
Okay, fine.
Alright.
Bit bright in here. All right.
What's this statue all about? Does the statue look
Well,
like anything like
hello,
the
Hudson.
paintings?
I was going to say, is he attractive?
No. So the paintings that you saw, for anybody who
That
missed
icon.
episode 2, because obviously we had a problem with the recording, you saw this like painting of like a very like dark-skinned elderly wizard who looked very, very posh and ornate. They were very well-to-do. This is of a muscular, topless male with an eye patch and long flowing hair. Very, very deific.
Is he attractive in the face also?
That's very subjective, and I think that that's a very personal question. I'm offended you'd ask me. You tell me. I don't know. Is he?
Hello,
I'm going to
Daddy.
say yes.
Stop it, Bobby.
Look at the eye patch on that.
Love things with one eye.
Listen, we all know I went through a Cyclops phase.
Have you noticed he's hard as a rock?
Oh, I hadn't noticed.
I was gonna
We
knock,
had.
He's going to knock on his head. See?
You touched the statue.
No. You did it.
Anything
I
for a
said
joke?
don't touch anything!
The first thing that strikes you is
Go on.
2
Yeah.
seconds.
I'm ready.
Hang on.
A rock hard statue.
Yes.
Take this for a castle, Bonnie.
I realise the music's gone off and I want to turn it back on again.
Be a nice voyeur.
So you knock on the statue's head,
Yeah.
and say that they're rock hard. And the first thing that happens is every time you tap, thunder booms through the room. The second thing you notice is there are no torches in here. There are no sconces, there's no fire. This room is lit up very brightly, and you realise it's not like an orange glow, it's like a natural light. But there's a roof, it's smooth stone all around.
Looks like it wants a gift.
I'll give him a gift. I'm so sorry.
Well, I don't know. You guys work it. I'm going to have a look at that door in the north there.
Okay, so you have this barred door to the north.
Yep.
You are going to move towards that one. Obviously, over on the western wall, so on the left side of the statue, there is a shelf, and there is like a little bowl on the shelf. There is actually an inscription on the base of the statue that I've already forgotten about. There's an inscription on the statue.
It just says DILF.
Carved into the foot of the statue's pedestal are the words in common. Blessed by Talos, those who make offerings. Travel with his boon, and fear not the storm. You head to the north.
Yep.
There is this barred door that you look into. Let's just bring up which room that is. The bars of the door allow you to see into a large square room. The walls and floors are lined with perfectly smooth tiles of a shiny stone-like obsidian, kind of like dark bathroom tiles. Something easy to clean, you'd think, if needs be. There is like a quiet sound of some movement or shuffling, or the occasional exhale of breath. Could you give me a perception check, please?
Perception. You said perception, right?
Yes, please.
That's a 16.
16, okay. Two figures can be seen through the darkness. Their cold blue eyes being what you see first. They're like hunched over, heads turned towards the door watching you. Their limbs somewhat elongated and their sharp fingers claw slowly against their ragged clothing and dead flesh at their chest. Their jaws seem to open wide and distend, more than a normal human being should. And this long tongue occasionally searches the air for some kind of scent or flavor. You also see in the middle of the room a circular grate made of like a set of bars that act as some kind of drainage. And you see what you think are remains of some creature's entrails and strips of skin left draped over them. But not only that, towards the back wall, hanging on hooks, is a mace, pristine and almost radiating with magic.
I think they've got a murder room over here. They've got a drain and everything.
Oh, that's what we forgot to put in the floor plan.
There's two nutters in here as well.
Oh, well.
They look very shocked to see me.
Well, there's four nutters out here.
You can give me an Arcana check.
I don't like the look of these guys.
Yes.
Right. Arcana. I'm quite good at this, aren't I? Oh. That's an 11.
They are clearly some kind of undead. They're very ghoulish in nature. You've probably heard horror stories of things like ghouls and stuff, but that's what you would imagine these are.
Can I go have a look at the shelf, please?
Yeah, so you literally turn to your left, and about 5 foot away from you is this shelf on the wall where there is a small bowl which carved into it says offerings.
Cool. What are the offerings?
That's easy.
There is one item in the bowl.
Oh, what is it?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, no.
I don't want to say what I just thought.
18.
This is a necklace of prayer beads. You notice that you've probably heard about these from people like Arabella or from in the town with things like Eox the Wise, like a mage back from Lightwell. Prayer beads are often like a magical item that are very, very common. They're usually either blessed by clerics or wizards or sorcerers to bequeath spells to people in the form of beads. So you notice that there are 6 beads currently attached to it. And you would know that each one of them has a spell. And with that kind of check, I'm just going to tell you what they are. So, bead 1 is a pearl, and it is a bead of curing. That gives you Cure Wounds level 2 that you can cast once. Bead 2 is a pearl. Cure Wounds level 2 that you can cast once. I had to roll for these. They are from the DMG, by the way. But bead 3 is a pearl that you can cast Cure Wounds level 2 once. Bead 4 is amber, which gives you the spell Shining Smite.
Oh.
Bead 5 is a piece of blue agate. Agate? How do you say that?
Agate.
Agate, there you go, which gives you the spell Bless. Ooh. And bead 6 is a pearl, which gives you Cure Wounds.
Okay, so, and I'm going to kind of direct this more towards Arabella, I think, being that she is my magical sister. Matthew, you can't do magic, can you?
I don't think so, no.
No, I didn't think so. I'm not even going to bother with Uncle.
That's rude.
Hey, what?
Look, but just because we know that you're more about the smashing than the other stuff.
I could be more... No, you're right.
Listen, you've both got your strengths, and I just know that I can do some stuff, and Arabella can do the most because that's what she's about.
I'll just drink in the corner. That's fine.
Thank you.
Matty, do you want to learn magic? We could
Do you want to learn English?
Maybe one day, maybe.
I mean, it's quite simple. You can say it's better.
So, I think a lot of these beads let you do cure wounds, which I have anyway. So I'm thinking either the smiting or the blessing are a good idea.
Smiting, yeah.
So you're going for like... You okay, dude?
Yeah.
we just pacifisting now, just full on.
Alright, I'm good.
2025 might have checked out.
So do you want to put the smite in?
I mean, do we want to take this from the offering plate?
Yes.
I mean...
I will allow the ladies to make an Arcana check.
2.
22.
Okay, so you talk about making the offering. Arabella, you know the arcane weave, you know magic quite well. The bowl has one necklace in it. And you think about the type of magic it's offering you, and you think about why there's a bowl and why there's a statue with an arm stretched out with the words offerings on it. These are probably common magic items that are put in this bowl, and you make an offering, and it doesn't matter what the item is, as long as it's a common magic item or above, and then you get the blessing of this clearly deific statue. It doesn't need to be the necklace. You would think it would have to be the whole necklace as an item rather than the individual beads. But it could be any magical item that's made as an offering to what you now see to be Talos, the Stormlord.
Okay.
Do you have anything magical? Apart from obviously your beautiful jewelry.
I don't even know why you asked me that. That was actually offensive.
What? I didn't mean it to be offensive. I was like, paying you a compliment. Jeez, you're so sensitive.
I mean,
I do have a something that is magical.
I do have my star map, but I'm afraid that is very precious to me, and I might not be able to do cool things if I don't have it. So,
I've got this spell scroll that we found in the wastelands. But if you think that a blessing from the Stormlord would be more beneficial,
I think so. What was the scroll again?
It's Pass Without a Trace.
Whack it in.
Whack it in.
I think so. Yeah.
I think you should whack it in.
Yeah, whack it in.
Whack it in.
I agree with that.
Do we need to do any pomp and ceremony with it?
I mean, I think because I'm going to, because I've got a little bag of spare jewelry. Can I just put a necklace that I've made on the statue? Yeah.
Does it have any magical properties whatsoever?
No. It's an acorn wrapped around
the
thorns.
scroll, make it look pretty.
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
Just the necklace, yeah?
Yeah.
We're putting the necklace around the magic scroll.
Yeah.
So you are putting it around the scroll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for flair.
Yeah. Like a present.
Yeah.
So
Wrapping
you
it.
place it around the scroll, and you place the scroll into the outstretched open palm of the effigy of the Stormlord. Thunder booms around the room, and the room itself flashes like lightning has just struck. You watch as, in a second, the scroll is gone, and like a burn mark appears on the palm of the Stormlord. Who placed it on?
I think I probably would have put it on,
Yeah.
given that it was my scroll.
For the next 24 hours, you are immune to lightning damage.
Oh, immune.
Yeah.
could become useful.
I think I want to become a cleric.
Daddy, tell us.
Daddy, tell us.
Just a thirst cleric.
I'm from the hunger domain. From the YA subclass.
Are you lot done with that statue down there?
I'll never be done with this statue.
I'd like you to all have a look at this up here, I think. Like I said, there's 2 nutters in here.
A couple of ghoulish bastards in there.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with them, but
I don't know what to do.
we can leave them be. But I see there's some weapon on the back of the wall there. Isn't there? That'd be good for you.
I suppose. I'm not much of a mace user, really.
Well, is it better than a scimitar?
Don't know.
Careful.
I'll have to try it, won't I? I think we should go and get it. Never mind.
I mean, they're behind bars, aren't they?
Yep,
Yeah.
It's literally like a prison cell door of these like iron bars. They can bring you up and show you, and they point out like through the darkness of the room, there are just these like 2 cold blue eyes. Well, it's actually 4 of them. 2 sets of eyes.
Yeah.
They're both wearing eye patches.
And they're not wearing eye patches.
Shame.
Damn it.
And they do not look muscular, they look lithe and like elongated limbs and clawed fingers. This tongue that descends and like swooshes through the air for scent and flavours. And you do see, though, a mace on the opposite wall just brimming with magic.
It is free.
Can we not just
Free 99.
Free base.
shoot them through the bars?
Yeah, shoot them through the. Can I try and shoot one of them through the bars?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
I'm hunter's marking it as well.
Okay, so you put Hunter's Mark on it.
Yeah. Bop bop. Okay.
Bop, 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 bop.
16.
No, I've got to bring it up. Oh, go on.
Why did you have to bring it up?
I'll be there in a second.
I mean, they might want to be friends. We tried to talk into them.
They don't look friendly.
Too late. I'm shot.
What was your to hit?
16.
Okay, it does hit.
Woo! 5, 6, 7, 8 plus my hunter's mark. 13.
Okay, you loose an arrow, it like smashes into one of their chests, and they just let out an almighty scream, and they just start charging at the bars in the door. I need you all to roll initiative, please.
Oops.
We knew it was going to happen.
I didn't.
Can I have 2d20 rolls, please, from out there in the audience? We've got one over here, and then one over here.
Did we take those beads, by the way?
Oh, we didn't. Should we?
Oh, a natural 1.
Thank
Love
you,
it.
Ree.
Get out. 12. You can stay.
So I do for initiative. Doesn't count.
Don't
really.
put them down.
Okay, so Arabella.
That was an 11.
11. That's better than last time. Uncle.
Yes.
I got 8.
8. Good. Bonnie.
12.
12. And Mathias.
17.
Oh, everyone got more than me. That's fine, I suppose.
13. Okay, so at the top of the round, this first ghoul, the one that you strike with the arrow, is quicker than you anticipate, and they rush up to the bars. And then with this like long claw, are they going to try and like reach through and just claw at your face?
Fuck.
To which end then I need a d20 roll out there, please. Here we go. This table just over here. Oh, with a +2 to hit. No, +4 to hit on the claws. That's a 12.
No.
Damn it. Guys, roll higher for me, please. That's all that one can do. As Mathias, you see this like clawed hand come out, and it tries to like reach for Bonnie as you like probably step back or you deflect in some way. What would you like to do?
I would like just to wail on the arm that comes through, I think.
Yeah?
Just yank on it through the bars and just like try and break it kind of thing.
You're going to try and break the arm in the bars. Okay, cool. So let's start making some attacks.
kind of thing, yeah. First one is not very good. That is 13.
13 is going to hit.
Okay, we'll do that one. 5 bludgeoning damage.
5 bludgeoning damage.
Second hit. That's how we do it, right? There we go. 18 to hit the side.
Definitely hits.
That one is a 6 bludgeoning damage on that one.
Okay. Anything else?
I got it, Siren. Come on, chop it off.
Okay. I will say that it slips out of your grasp because you're not grappling
Yeah,
it.
that's fair. Yeah.
You say that, but then at that moment it like retracts its arm and it pulls it back through the cage.
As a point, Ian, because I keep forgetting we're playing 2024 rules now, because I've hit with my longbow and done damage, the creature is now slowed.
By 10 foot, yeah?
By 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
That's all right. It still would have got to you.
Yeah,
it's only
but
a
it's
20-foot
just so
room.
window.
It is your go, Bonnie.
Ooh. Rinse, repeat. Let's
Are you
arrow
staying
it.
by the bars? Because technically it's within 5 feet of you.
No, I'm going to take a bit of... you fuck.
It might not hit you, you'll be alright.
I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to take the attack of opportunity and step back.
Somebody roll a nat 20, please. Who's got you? Okay, right there. You had your hand up first. Oh, guys, come on!
You're all my
Need them dead.
It's a 7.
Okay,
Cool.
that is not going to hit you with a 13 to hit.
No, it's not.
As this like claw once more, like as soon as it's retracted, you start to move back and it just tries to grab you to keep you there.
Nope. I'll
take
try
your
for
turn.
another one. 16 again.
Hits.
8, 9, 10, 11 plus 15 total.
Okay. You down this one. You put an arrow into it and it drops like a sack of potatoes and just hits the ground with a heavy thud.
Amazing. Bonus action, I'm switching my Hunter's Mark to the other one.
Okay. You switch it to the other one. As soon as you switch your Hunter's Mark over, the room glows and the first one gets back up.
Bollocks!
As you see it like stir and it just sits back up. It's still prone for now, but you see it revigor.
And it's slow.
And it's slow. Anything else from yourself?
No, that's it.
Arabella.
Hello. How... Actually, I've got it on here. I was going to say how big is the room, but it is quite big.
Yeah, it's about a 20 foot by 25 foot room.
Okay.
25 by 25. Bearing in mind you are all bottlenecks at the door in this moment, so only really should be one of you next to the door realistically. I'd probably let you off there, Mathias, by giving you an attack, because it is right in that corner in the north-western side. So we'll say that Bonnie's in that square that's next to it, Mathias is behind it, and then it's up to Uncle and Arabella where they are.
I'd probably be a bit behind. But I think I'm going to cast Moonbeam, like kind of right, basically on the other side of the bars on that doorway.
Yeah.
Hopefully it could just keep them down for ages. So that's just... so it's a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high, and they need to make a Constitution saving throw. And if they fail, they take 2d10 radiant damage.
Do you guys over here want to roll a d20? I know you were quick to the last one. 20. That is a 20. I'm assuming that passes.
Yeah.
Anything? Anything on a save? Half damage at all?
It's got to be hard.
Yeah, half damage. Yeah.
Okay, so roll it up. Where was that during the attacks? Come on, guys. Not towards these guys.
So that is 9 damage.
Okay, so 9 points of radiant damage go back in on the same one that was downed before.
Yeah. So that's I don't know how long that lasts actually.
Should be concentration, shouldn't it?
Yes, I think it's just there.
Yeah, so you have like a
It
beam
just
and you can
exists.
move it as a bonus action, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's
Fab.
a pretty good spell. And does that just like come in from the roof like you just like...
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else from yourself?
No, I think I'm good.
Uncle.
Right, so my plan is to run in, grab its arms, pull it through the bars, and tie it with some rope.
Okay.
That's what I like to try to do.
So, I would like an athletics check, please. It will be contested. So I need a d20 roll from out there, please. There you go. By acrobatics. Oh my God.
So I normally get...
This is great for them.
So I normally get advantage because I'm a remarkable athlete.
Yep.
So
roll it with advantage then.
I'm going to do that. So that's 6.
You have to beat a 5 here.
That's 11.
Yeah, so you go in, it's like just sitting back up, it takes this blast of radiant damage from the moonbeam, which causes like one of the arms to flay. You're able to grab it, pull it through, grab the other arm, and very quickly get some of your rope and like start tying up the hands.
Yeah.
I would say that's probably your action.
Yeah.
If Bonnie will let you through. Anything else then from yourself?
I would assume that it's incapacitated now.
It
At
is
least
restrained.
With its arms, at least. Cool. Okay, that's my turn. Yeah.
The second one shuffles off to the southeast corner and out of view. That's the end of its go. Top of the round, Ghoul B, which is the one that you have tied up, is going to try and just pure strength try and retract its arms out of impulse. I need a d20 roll, please. Yeah, go on, guys. 17. Oh, okay, so.
A good one.
My rope.
Rope.
My poor rope.
I don't think it's going to break a rope, though. This is the thing. But what I think it does is it breaks its own wrist. Ow. And it just, like, slides its hand out doing it. It will have disadvantage on attack rolls against people, but it is free of the restrained. And just moves away from the door, back into the corner opposite. It would give you an attack of opportunity if you've got a melee weapon.
I do have a melee weapon. I do have my short sword.
Go for it. Unless, actually, I'm thinking of Starfinder and Pathfinder
Yeah,
here.
you are.
Yeah, you can do it with your bow.
Whoop, nice. Nope. Maybe 11.
Oh, just misses. AC of 12. And it scuttles back off to like the far corner and like hunches over, and you can see like that those radiant burns are beginning to heal up. That's the end of its go. Matthias, would you guys like to do anything at this point?
So they're kind of away from this iron barred gate.
Yes. One is now in the opposite corner. You can see it from the bars.
Right.
The other one has come to the southeast corner, so it's like tucked out of view.
Yeah.
We will call this a loose initiative now, because they can't seemingly get to you, and you can't seemingly get to them.
Okay. Can I see a lever or anything that will raise this gate?
Give me an investigation check.
A nat 20. For a 20.
Yes. You see that, like, on the wall on your side of the door, you hadn't noticed it before, but there's actually a tile of this black smooth obsidian that's the same as the inside room on the lighter grey stone of this room. You think you could actually probably press that in, it'll act as some kind of switch.
Okay.
And that's probably the door release.
Right. Well, we got a way in here. We could, one of us run in and get to the thing and run back out, close it again.
Well, I was thinking I could, if we all do it at once, I could transform into a spider and maybe web them to the wall.
That's a good idea.
So we wouldn't get hurt.
Well,
maybe.
if you and Uncle want to bull rush it and try and grab the weapon,
or that.
we can keep point on cover because I can sense him.
To which end, still your go.
Okay. I'm going to ready my action to press the button.
Okay.
If anyone is going to rush in and go do whatever they're going to do. So if someone wants to go through, I will press it.
Okay, so you're holding your action.
Yep.
Bonnie.
So with hunters, the one that I've hunters marked, I do get advantage on finding them with either perception or survival. Given the size of the room, is it kind of obvious that they're tucked behind that sort of thing anyway?
Yeah, you can tell that they've taken themselves into the corner to what they think is out of view.
I want to position myself to a point where if they came through the bars, I'd be able to get a shot of them knowing their position now.
You could lean around the corner and get a shot off, I think.
And sort of just kind of notch an arrow, and I would like to hold it until such time as the bars open and they become visible.
Okay. So you're holding an action.
How long does the -10 to movement last?
End of my turn.
Okay.
So it's now.
Yeah.
Basically. I'm just going to get some different music. So I realise this is really quite chirpy for this part of the dungeon. And I just think, nah.
Yay!
You mean we're not heroes?
Let's get
It's all
something a little bit more
depressing
spoopy.
More
a little
like
bit darker.
zeros.
Zeros. Zero to heroes is what they say.
Heroes to zeros for us.
Arabella.
Okay. Well, do I have to use any action to dispel the moonbeam? Because
Nope, free action to just let
Okay.
go of a spell.
I'm going to dispel that because if anyone runs into it, they will take damage. I think I might just kind of go up to, not like quite to the door, but so I can kind of maybe get range if they do come to the door and maybe hold an action.
Yes, you probably come in behind where
yeah.
Mathias is and
Yeah,
we are, and you're
yeah.
trying to like get into that same square and like hover around that door.
Yeah, because I don't really want to waste a wild shape on this. I feel
Yeah.
like I will need that later. So yeah, I'm just going to ready Starry Wisp
Okay.
in case a ghoul comes at me.
Uncle.
I'm going to rush towards the door. I'm going to just beeline for that mace.
Okay. Which means held action for Mathias.
Yep.
Dunk.
All right, let's go.
As soon as you press in on that stone, the door like starts to slide to one side. The ghouls scream, and it's like louder than it was before. The room goes dark,
Oh, not again!
Bloody typical, isn't
and
it?
you just run. And I imagine like your eyes were originally on the mace,
Yes.
and you just beeline towards it. Could you make me please this is just going to be an acrobatics check to make sure that you can get across the grid in the center of the room where these entrails and these strips of skin all kind of like hang over
Yeah.
without tripping over.
18.
Okay.
Not bad.
I think because you're so focused on it, you rush, you run forwards, and you run. How far can
30 feet.
30 feet. 25 feet, you make it across the grid, you make it to the other side of the wall. You realize you can't see, but your hand outstretched makes contact with the weapon. You can release it from the wall. You may add a mace of smiting, I believe it is.
It's my mace now!
We love that. We love that.
Gonna double check that's what it's called.
The almighty
That's a
smiter.
mighty weapon.
Oh, good one.
Check my other sheet on paper. I have it written down. It is, in fact, a Mace of Smiting. You may add that to your character sheet and equip it immediately. If it requires attunement, you can attune to it immediately. The door automatically closes.
Yay!
The lights in the room come back on.
Uh-oh.
Open the button.
Ghouls
Come on.
outside.
The ghouls are still on the inside of the room.
Are they visible?
However, from where you're stood, because the door's closed, you couldn't get around the corner to get your shot off at them, to the one that you have your hunter's mark on. But it does begin to move. You are currently in the middle, opposite the door. This one will go 5, 10, 15. It will move to a position where you can get a shot. The other one, which is in this corner, takes a 5-foot step towards you. Both of them are going to attack. I need 2 d20s, please. Got one here, and one here.
Is it dark again?
No, it's actually the light. The lights are back on now. You've grabbed the mace, but the door has closed. Oh, come on!
That's my gal.
10. Oh, we could have something here.
Uh-oh.
We could be okay. The first one that misses, it absolutely
I think
misses.
they do, yeah.
That's a 10, yeah?
Depends on what attack they're doing, I think.
14.
My armor class is 14.
So it hits. As the claws of the second one from the corner dive in. You are going to take 6 points of slashing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw from you. Your attack may go off at the Ghoul A.
Con saving throw, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Smutty little 20.
Smutty little 20.
Smutty.
Definitely hits. Roll damage.
7.
What was your con save?
19.
19 saves.
13.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
I'm fucking on it today, guys.
Okay.
You motherfuckers.
So, you feel the claw rake across your armor, and maybe like one of the fingers makes contact with your skin, and for a moment your entire body locks up like you are paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
I hope that's how you say it, Uncle.
Oh, he nearly paralyzed me. Watch out.
I'm really good at England. I'm really, really good at it. But you manage to shrug it off, and you watch as like this like arrow smashes into this ghoul, almost like pinning it to the wall. The other one, tries to claw in as well, but neither of them managed to with their held actions. You went 25 feet across the room. You grabbed the mace. Mm-hmm. You can move another 5 foot if you so wish to.
I will. I'll move 5 foot towards the middle of the room. Now,
Yep.
in the middle of the room, you said there was like a sort of a drain with some sort of apparatus, yeah?
So the drain itself is just like a grate in the floor. It's
Yeah.
about 5-7 foot circle diameter
Yeah.
of like crossed bars, just like the door was.
Mm-hmm.
And there are like entrails and skin tears just hanging over the bars.
Okay.
Yummy.
And there's nothing else in the room.
No.
Okay. Cool. That's my turn.
Okay, you didn't actually move outside of their attack of opportunity range, which is gutting. As next up, Ghoul A will get to go again. This one is right next to you. It is just going to straight up try and claw into your back. A D20, please. Who wants to roll it? Yeah? Do you guys want to roll it? Oh, guys!
Thank you.
Yay!
Win naked.
Tries to claw at you, but it can't. Next up is Ghoul B. Who would like it? Yeah, go on, roll it up. Nat 20. Come on, you got this. Let's kill him. 10 for a 14. So that one does hit.
Yeah.
That's going to be 2d4.
I'll get ready to take damage.
9 points of slashing damage.
Ouch!
How you looking?
I've got 5 hit points left.
Good, good. And you need to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
I do have second wind, though. Oh, we'll get to that in a minute.
Do it.
11. Ooh.
Oh, it's a DC of 10.
Oh, good.
Because once more, you feel your body begin to lock up, but you just power through. Matthias, the door is closed. What do you do?
I just try the button again, just with my elbow just ready to go.
Yeah.
No.
Nothing happens.
Oh shit! We're locked out.
Contestants, you have 5 minutes to get the crystal.
Get the crystal!
I don't think they had 5 minutes. I think that's a long time. 2
2
and a half.
minutes, I
2
think,
minutes.
yeah.
Leave him in there. We could do the final challenge without him.
There's just always one person, isn't there? It's like, go left! Go left! Shut up, Jen. You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Strong feelings about the crystal maze.
Apparently so. Love Richard O'Brien.
Daddy.
Right.
Mumsy.
I can't really do much, so I'm going to try and pull the gate.
Oh, that sounds
to the
like
side.
an athletics check, please.
We're good at doors.
Yeah, well, as we've learned.
We're horrible at doors.
This was made of metal.
12.
Doesn't budge.
12.
And I think because it's like you've got to try and pull it to one side.
Yeah.
You've got Bonnie, you've got Arabella, you've got the Countessa, all in this same like trying to get around this 5 foot square to try and do it. It's just you haven't got the purchase to really get at it. Anything else from yourself?
Is it like dark in the room as we're looking at it?
No. As soon as he grabbed the mace, the lights came back on.
Okay. Right.
You imagine if somebody wasn't as quick.
Yeah.
Trying to find it in that room, if they just stepped through gently.
For fuck's sake. Okay. I'm going to attempt, probably on getting ready to get some rope out.
Yeah.
To attach it to the gate. And then I'm going to try and
This-
curl it around Countessa.
My rope's still on there. You could just use the rope
Yeah?
that's on the
Okay,
gate.
yeah,
It's
fair enough.
already on there,
I'll
so-
use the rope that's already there.
Yeah.
Obviously, I will use my action, so I'll do it probably next turn. But
Is the Countess willing to be tied to?
Yes, she is.
To which end then? Bonnie, it is your go.
Okay, I just need
That's all I can do.
to check if the Contessa has a separate go to me, or because I know she acts on my initiative.
I believe she goes just after you in the
think
turn, or
she
you have to issue
does.
her an order.
Yeah.
Or command.
So I am going to. I think Bonnie has kind of like arrow fever at the moment and is just thinking, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. So I'm going to try and shoot the one that I've got Hunter's Mark on.
Okay, yes, you can absolutely see that one.
18.
18 hits.
And that's going to be 9 points of damage.
You drop it.
At which point then, bonus action, moving my Hunter's Mark back onto the one that came back.
Yep.
Like a little bitch. And Contessa is going to try and pull against the ropes to try and do some
Athletics
budging.
check. Contessa,
Could I
please.
ask quickly, would Ice Knife, if I shot it at the bars, weaken the metal in any way?
You don't know.
Maybe.
Definitely worth a try.
How thick is the metal on the door? Is it
Yeah, Bonnie, I might be able to weaken the. I was thinking we could do it before and then get her to pull.
Contessa's going, babe.
She's going. She's
going.
gone.
She's
She's done.
5.
She pulls and she pulls, yet nay, she says to you.
Nay.
The door goes nowhere. And I think maybe like the angle's not quite right and you're pulling it like a 45 degrees and it just doesn't quite slide it back across the way it wants to go. Arabella, you are up.
Could I do an investigation check to see why it's not opening with the button, or is it just cuz?
Yeah, you can. Give me an investigation check.
Cool.
Or you can give me an arcana check.
That is a dirty 20.
Which one? Investigation or arcana?
Arcana.
It is magically locked.
Everyone, it's magically locked. I don't think Forrest is going to do this.
Use some magic.
You've got a great big thing now. Bop it.
Bop it!
Twist it!
Just there with the skull and the gore. Twist it! Bop it! Don't know what you do with your dead bodies. Anything else from you, Arabella? Ice knife the door with everyone stood around, please.
I'm not going to ice knife the door,
Please
no.
don't.
No. I don't really know if there's anything that she can do at this moment in time, to be honest.
Sick.
Is there a ghoul still up?
Yes.
Okay, I might as well just Starry Wisp the ghoul that is...
What's the range on that?
that is 120 foot
Oh yeah, easy.
feet. So... That's a 24?
Yeah, I mean that hits.
Yep. Wait, that is the wrong spell. Where are we?
Are they dead yet?
I don't think
Not
so.
quite. I need to find my D8. There we go. 3.
3
damage.
points.
Yeah.
Radiant damage.
Radiant.
Anything else?
No, not for Arabella.
Uncle Onkle, I believe it's your go.
It's mace time.
Have you added it to your character sheet?
Yeah.
Amazing. You tell me what you're doing. You have one that's just been dropped by an arrow right next to you. You have another one clawing at your back. You stand in front of this like grate of just gore and viscera. You can see that like the rotten remains of other creatures lie beneath the grate. Hungry fella?
Right, I think I'd love to use the mace, but I think I'm going to use second wind. I get 2 of those per long rest. It allows me to do to regain 1d10 plus 3 hit points.
Okay,
If I'm
so
lucky,
let's suspend a hit dice. Is this your action to use second wind?
yes. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. That's not very good, is it?
Okay.
7. I'm gonna then try and I'm not going to disengage because I can't disengage. I'm just going to run towards the door and just risk it.
Okay, you start running towards the door, and you do make it towards the barred door. It will take an attack of opportunity on you, so I do need a d20 from somebody up there. There we go, got one ready and poised to go. 10,
That does
14
hit,
to
yeah,
hit.
yeah.
Lovely. Lovely, lovely attacks of opportunity doing the work.
Ah, damn it. I hope it doesn't do more than 7 points of damage.
It could.
It does 7 points!
No shot.
Right.
Spell slots it is.
That's my second win. Bit pointless then, isn't it?
It kept you up.
7 points of damage and a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. Oh. 7?
And as it rakes its claw across the back of your neck, you are paralyzed. You could add that to your character
We
sheet,
don't like
please.
that.
You just hear him go, oh, and he falls to the floor.
You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, ending the effect if it's a success. That is technically moving on. That one, unfortunately, gets back up. The one that was downed in the room, you watch as it sits back up and uses half of its movement to stand back up.
I hate you with every fibre of my being.
It turns around and sees you stood there paralyzed. I need this to be rolled with advantage. I need 2 d20s, please. So one here.
It also auto-crits.
Who wants to do the one? As long as it hits.
As long as
so
it
we got
hits,
one
yeah.
here, one here. So let me know both. We're going to take the highest of these rolls. Six on yours. 11 on yours. Okay, that is a 15 to hit, which we know hits. Does it say on paralyzed that if it hits, it's an auto crit?
Yeah.
Oh
I've got
dear.
5 HP.
So we are doing the max damage rules here, which is 2d4 plus 2 maxed out. That is 8, 9, 10. Plus only 4. 14 points of damage. Are you at 0?
You just see him like shake and he just falls to the floor as he just gets hit and he's just out.
He crumbles to the ground. As that one stands over you, the next one staring with its cold blue eyes towards the door. Just tongue now like lashing in the air towards the body of Uncle. It's going to move up and it's going to try a bite. I need 2 more d20s, please. This is with advantage because they are down. One here. You had your hand up first, and another one here. So one here, please. If this hits, it is an auto crit. 17. 16. This is an auto crit. You take 2 death saving throws.
Okay,
They're not automatic failures. I've got to roll for them, have I?
Nope, it's just auto fails when you
So
take
2 failures,
2
yeah.
failures. So when you get hit by a melee attack, when you are already downed, you lose 2 death saving throws.
Shall I get another character ready?
Matthias,
Yep.
you watch as Uncle goes down.
Good luck.
The smite mace still in his hand, and then you watch the second one's tongue creep out of the mouth. It makes contact, and then the head follows the tongue like a snap and just latches into the side of Uncle as it begins to feed on his body.
I think Mathias can't do anything. He's got nothing ranged. He got nothing. Shit.
Matty, can you figure out a way to stop them coming back?
I think you got to hit them when they're down.
Well, some help would be nice.
I got nothing.
You got fists.
He takes a swig.
There you go. Chuck a bottle at 'em.
That's something.
Can I uncoil the rope from the gate?
Yep.
And I'm going to try and use it as a lasso to try and grab one of them and try and pull it towards me.
One of the ghouls or...
One of the ghouls.
Okay. Yeah, we'll call this an improvised attack. This will be with dexterity base because it is a dexterity based thing. So d20 plus your dexterity modifier.
19.
Okay. So you surprisingly good at this. Maybe taking some lessons from yourself in the past. And it catches. Give me a straight up strength check. It's not going to be contested because they're not ready for this.
13.
Okay, and you are able to pull one about 10 foot towards you away from Onkle.
I'm going to just try and keep pulling it towards the gate so we can try and at least get rid of it.
Okay. We'll say that one is Ghoul B. Bonnie.
I am, for my action, going to cast Spare the Dying on my uncle.
Tell us, please, what this does.
So fun.
Basically, choose a creature within range, which is 15 foot, that has 0 HP and isn't dead. The creature becomes stable.
You are stable and no longer dying, but you are unconscious until you regain hit points. Anything else?
Something.
I am going to then, I'm just going to notch an arrow and get ready for when I can do that again, just to try and we're going for the double tap from now on.
Okay. Arabella.
Is that goal right against the bars now?
It's not right against the bars. It is currently, it's been pulled 10 foot. So it's actually about 5 foot away from the bars. Matty is right in front of the door. So you would have to be in the square behind at least. So you are 5, 10, 15, 25 feet away from it at a hard angle.
I don't know what to do.
Don't think we should have gone in this room.
Hit it.
No. I think I might just ice knife it. Just
Okay,
for
so you're going to go
something
through the
different.
bars, you're going to try and ice knife it.
Yeah.
Okay, make the attack roll, please.
Oh no.
What?
Make the attack roll.
What? Okay.
Oh no.
You could do it.
What have you done, Siobhan?
I don't know! Everything's fine. Oh, that was a 8 to hit.
An 8
Oh,
Yeah.
misses.
Read the spell.
I did read the spell very well.
Did you?
Did you?
Hit or miss?
So, it dives
the
into
bars
the
as well?
floor next to the ghoul.
Yes.
And it explodes. Can you read the rest of that spell out for me, please?
I don't want to.
Nice, nice!
This is what I get for skimming really quickly. Okay. The target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
You automatically fail because you are unconscious.
I'm so sorry.
You automatically go back to dying and have lost 1 death save because it is only a ranged spell attack. I need dexterity saves from the ghouls, so I need 2 d20s. So we've got one here. Ghoul A, 13. Ghoul B, 13. What? Oh, and they get a +2 to this, so it's 15 across the board. What is your saving throw?
Where am I?
They'll
13,
say
yes.
13, so they both save. Do they take half damage from this?
It doesn't say.
No. So
Yeah.
they don't take any. You're going to take 2d6 worth of cold damage. Oh, no, actually, no, because yours doesn't count because you've already taken the death save, so actually you're fine.
Arabella doesn't do well in pressurized situations. It was clear last
Uncle's
session
body
as well.
is just...
I'm so sorry! I didn't realise it was going to do that!
I'd like to apply for a new family, please.
I think Arabella just goes and just sits down and just starts crying.
Cry later! Cry later, Chipilla, like a normal person.
now's not the bloody time!
Is that the end of your go?
Oh man, if they hit me one more time, I'm dead now.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to, as a bonus action, wild shape into a giant spider because I don't know what else to do.
Arabella, this isn't a coping mechanism.
Just escape. With the idea that I can maybe web something at some point. I don't know.
Just web something.
Just web something. Stick him to the ground.
As she sends off the ice knife, it shatters into the floor next to you while you are unconscious. Putting you back to dying, she transforms into a spider, and at the start of your go, I need a death saving throw, please. Now, he has 2 saves left. If he rolls a nat 1, he is dead. If he rolls a nat 20, he regains a hit point. Otherwise, it's just 1 lost or 1 gained.
11.
10 is the DC. You have 1 save and 1 failure. 3 of one or the other depends whether this character lives or dies.
Yes, if they hit me, because it's a crit, there's going to be 2 failures. So if they hit me, I'm dead.
Oh, and this is bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they are hungry boys. Or girls!
Or she.
They're male. I'm going to tell you now, they're both male. Not out of favoritism. Ghoul A, at the end of the round, is going to try and chow down on Onkle's body. I need this to be an advantage, so I need 2 more d20s. He's got 1, 2.
Oh, God.
Roll low. It's off the table. It's off the table. 10.
Oh, that's me dead.
10.
Wow.
Oh. Evens across the board every time. 14 hits, doesn't it?
Shit.
Yes! Get the sad music ready.
Of course he does. His name is Ian.
It's like, in case of TPK.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
Oh my god.
The silence.
I just don't know what to
Silence
say.
says it all.
It was on the south so bad.
What are Uncle's last thoughts?
Uncle's last thoughts are, I might be down. I might be out for the count, but I've got my family. And no matter what, they'll get me up. They'll know what to do. We've even got a horse, and we've got a monk, and they'll know what to do. You know, I'm sure they'll heal me, and I'll be okay. And when I wake up, at least I've got this mace. And then it goes dark.
And it goes dark because the last thing that happens to Uncle is a ghoul bites their face. For the rest of the Blackhelm Clan,
Meltdown on the floor, full
In a
tears.
spider form.
Yeah, the spider just like.
you watch as you know, like that scene in Shaun of the Dead where like the guy runs back outside and they just rip him apart.
Wow.
We're basically watching as your uncle, the person who has looked after you since your parents disappeared, is eviscerated and ripped apart limb by limb. You cannot open the door from this side. And these ghouls go to town on him. How long do you watch for?
How long? I don't know. I think Arabella's clearly having some kind of meltdown. Matty, what do we do?
Arabella's in, like, you know when spiders like crawl up to pretend to be dead? She's kind of like just curled up.
The blanket and stuff.
Just wedge yourself.
Yeah.
I think Mathias is probably staring in wide-eyed through the gate.
Matty.
Pulls out a drink from his belt. And slumps to the floor and just sits there, let go of the rope.
As the sound of a whinnying Shetland. I don't know what noise they make.
That noise.
Bloody nasty way to go. And the sound of viscera falling through a grated drain in the centre of the room. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and we'll be back to see what the hell's going to happen next. So, we've had a lovely 10-minute break, and these guys are nose deep in their phones because I've just let them know that ding ding, that's level 4.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
So,
I guess.
we've had a quick character creation. Ready for wherever the next version of Tommy will enter the dungeon. But for the rest of the Mathias clan, you can in fact level up to level 4. To which end, we do need to roll some hit dice.
Oh yes.
To which end, we'll start with Mathias.
Oh Christ.
As a monk in D&D 2024.
I'm gonna roll a D8.
A D8. If you could roll that for me, please. If it's a 1, you can re-roll it.
Okie dokie.
Nothing worse than rolling a 1 on hit
see
dice.
what we get. Fucking 2, innit? Of course.
It's gonna go well.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Arabella, what do you get to roll?
D8.
Okay, roll it up.
A 1.
You can re-roll that.
Thank you. A 3.
Okay. Bonnie.
I'm a D10, I believe. Ooh. 3.
Oh my god. And that, apart from it, is all that we need to roll. The rest of it, I believe that you guys should have in hand as we level up, because I will do a little bit of talking while you guys do that. Don't forget to add your con modifiers for each level. It should be all in there. So, obviously, we're playing through a dungeon crawl, and unfortunately, when it comes to meat grinder dungeons, that is the way of things. Sometimes characters are lost that quickly. I'll tell you now, they are only a CR1 creature, but the action economy is what got you there, because it was just you in that room, and these guys really hung you out to dry. It is all their fault you are dead.
I felt very cold as I died.
Yeah, very cold. Very cold.
The spider cannot talk right now. She's indisposed.
They can in 2024, though.
No, they can't.
But in all fairness, like, that is kind of part of the game, is you are going to have character deaths at some point. You are going to have, what was essentially like a family of dwarves all on an adventure together. You know, we've lost one. Oh, well. You win some, you lose some. The joyous thing is it's not got repercussions in real life, I guess. That's kind of the fun of being able to sit here and take out my frustration on you.
Yeah.
But no, very sad moment, I feel, for the campaign.
Yes.
3 episodes in and already a character down.
Rip.
Yep. Rip indeed.
Rip Bozo.
But how are you guys finding the dungeon so far? What are your thoughts on what's happening here?
It's very dangerous. Lots of things going on. Very random.
Yeah?
You know, it seems like there's no thought process to the rooms.
What a bad GM. What a bad GM. Right over here.
I'd like to go home, please.
Yeah.
This dungeon has been a lot. It's been a lot. It was a fun time, and then our uncle died.
Well, you know. Oh well.
Oh well.
I'm great at funerals. Ow. Get another one, you'll be fine.
Plenty more uncles.
Yeah, because obviously I wrote this knowing full well that this would be a dungeon crawl, that we'd get to it, and then I knew that like at least 2, maybe 3 episodes would be like trying to discover the rooms and see what's going on here. And obviously resource management, you mentioned it earlier, is a huge player in a dungeon crawl. It's massive. And it's all about working out when you can do something, whether or not speed is a key of like running in somewhere, or if, going in as a team, slow. It's every room can be such a different thing. And I really like that, I didn't expect to lose somebody right there and then. I thought that actually it would be a relatively easy fight. And I genuinely wasn't expecting that. So I'm not apologising, because that's on your own fault for playing. But we should really jump back into it.
Yeah. Suppose.
You guys, have you all finished levelling up?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay. Have you had any tasty treats for level 4?
I have indeed.
Oh.
So let's start with Siobhan for Arabella. Any tasty treats for...
I just got some ability score improvements that made my constitution not -1, so that's really fun.
Hey.
Love that for me.
Very, very good.
That's it, really. That's the extent. Oh, another 2nd level spell slot. Very nice, very tasty, very powerful.
Very good.
Yeah.
Take
More
any good
ice
spells, or are you going to let us in on that later?
What was that, sorry?
Take any good spells, or are you going to let us in on that later?
Well, because
You can change them
I
out.
prepare them, so can I change them out now or no?
Yes.
Because I thought it was okay, cool.
It's
that's
usually
fine.
on a long rest, but I'm
Yeah.
going to let you on a level up.
Thank you.
Change them out if needs be. Now that
I'll
you've had a
let
bit
you know
of
about
time in the dungeon.
Yeah, I shall get back to you on that one. I'll do
What
that.
about Bonnie?
Bonnie has taken... She's got another 1st level spell slot.
Yep.
So I now have Entangle as part of my spell roster.
Lovely.
I've
That would have been useful.
Instead of an ASI, I've taken a feat.
Oh, so describe ASI to the people. please.
So ASI is ability score improvement. So with your main stats, once you level up, like level 4 is the first time you can do it, and then you can do it at a few other points. You can choose either to boost up a few of your stats, or you can take a feat instead. And I have chosen the feat Mounted Combatant.
Nice.
So that I can ride my pony, which gives me a few cool things that I can do on the Contessa, which gives like advantage against unmounted creatures, and allows the Contessa to take less damage if she gets hit, which has also then improved my dexterity by 1, taking me up to a tasty +4.
You should have played the Countessa. That could have been your next character, was the Countessa.
The Contessa.
Oh my god.
I think I would have entered a plane of pure bliss.
Is that what we're calling it now?
I mean, all they would have said, give her a sugar cube, please.
I'm not going to ask you about your level up, because 1, Onkle didn't. 2, I think we're going to keep your character secret until they enter the fray. But Mathias,
Yes.
leveling up for you as a monk in 2024, how is that for level 4?
Well, it's pretty good. It's still, I mean, Monk's always been good, I think, even back in 5e.
Yep.
Still good. Obviously, level 4 now in Monk. And I've also taken a feat.
Oh.
I've taken Crusher. So I can... Crusher! So I can raise my strength by 1, which now I'm at +1 instead of a 0, which is good. And also, if I hit a target with bludgeoning damage, which I do all the time, I can move them up to 5 feet away into an unoccupied space. So
You or them?
I can move them.
Oh, lovely.
And also, if I do a critical hit on that creature, any attack rolls against that creature have advantage until my next turn.
Lovely. It's kind of like a guiding bolt of the monk.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So I thought it was pretty apt.
Especially if you like combine that with like your multi-attack and also like as you get that later on, I think, because you don't have multi-attack yet, but then obviously like
I got my flurry of blows.
exactly. So that's 3 hits. Then obviously later on you end up with multi-attack,
Yeah.
4 hits. Each one of those having Crusher on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a powerful combo.
Yep.
That's awesome. HP wise, how are we looking for max?
38.
38.
I was wondering why mine was so high, and then I realised because of my background is tough from being a farmer, it's shot up to 41.
Bloody hell.
Absolute tank.
Yeah.
23?
Lovely, that's what I want to hear. We'll get rid of those. What's the Contessa's?
Oh, I think. Let me find her sheet. What's she on now? I think she doesn't move too much. Oh, her HP is 25. So she's all right. Oh my god, she's higher than you!
Oh my.
My pony has more health than you do.
Excellent.
Right. Rub it in.
The Blackhelm Clan, the children. It's been a hard life for you. You were young when your parents left, so filled with love for you, for each other, for Onkle, and the home that you were building in Lightwell. On this journey to get this hearthstone, to really finish making life perfect. But that's when it all came undone for the Blackhelm kids. 20 years. 20 years of issues. You've done well in the town, but it was hard getting by without parents and being looked down upon by so many others. But one person was there for you the entire time. And as you sit there in this deific room, you see the back of the statue, its long stone hair, this feel of a light breeze maybe coming through, but a horrific sound in a room to the west of chomping and gnawing. What would you like to do? I hand over to you guys. I remind you that the room that you're in, obviously we'll get all sentimental in a minute, you have this statue, you have given it an offering, and Bonnie has gained 24 hours worth of immunity to lightning. You see that, you have this barred door. You know that mace is still there in the center of the room. You can see it emitting magic. Very clean in the gore-filled room. There's obviously this door, this very rustic wooden door.
Not a door.
It's like a shed door halfway down the room.
Oh, no.
And it really is like a rustic shed door halfway down the room on the western side. You then can see from the top of the room, looking directly south into the archway that's down there. Another room that seems to have like a bright glow of daylight coming from it. Not like storm that you've seen outside or anything like that, just a nice serene kind of light. And maybe like you see the moving of shadows inside there, gently moving. And then you also see the archway that you came through in the southeastern side of the room. I hand over to you, the Blackhelm children. What would you like to do?
I think there's no point going back in there.
Says, are you going to stay a spider for a while? We know you could talk as a spider, Arabella. Fine, okay, fine.
I think that's a yes.
I think that's a yes. Okay. Okay.
I'm out of options here.
I know. I mean, we can't take anything of his or anything.
There's no way in. It's locked. As locked can be.
And we've just got to... I think Bonnie kind of will wipe away like a little tear that sort of escaped. And we've just got to keep going then, haven't we? Just...
Yep. Our parents are going to be pissed.
I'm kind of pissed at them.
True. With you on that one.
Yeah.
Should we head south through the arch?
Okay. Yeah.
We've got to go somewhere.
I'm going to mount my horse.
I think Arabella just like kind of pips up and is like, I guess so.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's
So
not your
sorry.
it's not your fault.
I mean, it is a little bit. Isn't
It's
it?
not your no. It's he.
It is.
Uncle would have got in that room, and it wasn't going well for him anyway.
He did like to touch things that weren't his.
He did
didn't
like to touch
So, yeah.
things.
That is quite true.
Yeah, I feel a bit better now. So
Well, don't feel too much better because I mean, kind of did.
Getting over it awfully quickly over there.
Yeah.
As you are having this conversation, while you were just stood by that door, see the ghouls finish their meal and stand up. And you hear the little stone.
That's fucking typical, isn't it? I'm still adverse to going in there.
Now, technically, my hunter's mark is still up. Yeah, she's pissed enough to do this. Let's... Just checking what my new shit does.
New shit.
Feats. Yeah. Now, they're unmounted. So it says, while mounted, you have advantage on attack rolls against any unmounted creature within 5 feet of your mount that is at least one size smaller than the mount. Is the ghoul smaller than my Shetland?
No, but it's also in the centre of the room, so it's more than 5 feet away.
I mean, I could move.
The door is
Still
closed.
Is the rope still
Yeah,
attached
but it's barred, isn't it? It's barred.
to the
not-
ghoul?
It is bars, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. As advantage aside, I'm just gonna. The hunter's mark's still up. I just want to shoot it.
Okay.
I'm just insult to injury. Let's go. Dirty 20.
I mean, it hits.
10 points of damage. No, hang on. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of damage, which is ironically Uncle's armor class.
still with us.
I mean, it hits
spirit.
into it.
Yeah.
It doesn't drop it, but a hefty
Yeah.
arrow to the chest.
And it's just, I think it's just the release of grief and anger and frustration more than wanting to do anything else, just to kind of put one in at least for Uncle. Okay.
You see its tongue, like as it strikes in, like lolls out of the mouth and like swishes through the air again, checking percent and flavour.
Let's go.
All right. Okay. Head south through the archway.
Out through the arch.
Okay, so you head south. And That takes you to room 19. Who's going through first?
I think I am.
So it's just an archway, and you can see through the archway as you get next to it that it seems to lead into some garden of some kind. You feel like a light breeze pick up. It smells fresh. You can smell grass. You can smell earth, something you're very used to as a ranger of Lightwell. And as you step through, a large tree dominates the space in this room. It is at least 50 foot high and 15 foot in diameter. The leaves block out the ceiling, but rays of sunshine seem to breach the canopy in small pinpricks. The ground is soft underfoot and lush with grass and small wild flowers. The smell of nature and summer are poignant as a gentle breeze fills the air and slowly circulates the room. From where you're stood, just having come through the arch of room 13 into 19, immediately to your right, so looking towards the western wall, you see two doors in that corner. One is an iron door that moves off towards what would be room 18 on your map. Then there is one that leads north from that corner into what would be room 16. That is a wooden shed-like door. Immediately to your left, all the way across the room, on the northeastern corner on the eastern wall is an iron door. And stood in front of the tree is an odd sight. Because you see that the tree has a face. And stood in front of that face. Tommy, would you like to describe what your character looks like?
Hey!
So, pass you back your book. I'll pop it there. So you see quite a large turtle. He's not wearing many clothes. He's got a massive, pointy, jagged shell.
Don't look at me like that. Get your mind. So you said massive, and she looked at me like, yeah.
I'm not a statue.
Thirsty.
I'm not a topless statue, but but I am a bit like a statue in that I'm completely in a trance, stood still, as if I'm stuck in time, facing this tree.
Yeah. And as the rest of you come through, you see this scene, this garden, this soft ground, the roots that push up the soil, this canopy of leaves that then sunlight comes through, and this is like 50 foot up. This room itself is maybe like 40 feet wide, square, so 40 feet long, 40 feet wide, and then this massive tree in the center of it. This is a massive juxtaposition to what you've seen with the storm outside, with the castle itself. This is a very tranquil room filled with nature, something that both Arabella and Bonnie have a lot to do with. But you see this turtle just stood there, maybe wavers every now and again in the breeze, in front of this face in a tree.
Hello?
Are you friendly? Are you even alive?
I think for you are like focused on like the bark face and these like eyebrows and this like almost black eyes, like this darkened area, and you just hear this, hello? Are you here? Steph? And the words don't quite penetrate the mind. The rest of you maybe see that like the ear moves on the turtle, but not necessarily reacts to your, bless you, reacts to your words.
Any idea what this is?
Quick, everyone do a perimeter search. Check for any traps, enchantments, or snares. This fella might be under some sort of thing, magic thing. I'm looking at Arabella. Oh, she's still a spider, not much use.
I don't know magic, but I can do traps probably.
You will one day, Matty. I believe in you.
Investigation, please, Matty.
I mean, I was going to come out of spider form anyway.
Can I do a survival check for sort of like nature shit?
Absolutely.
And can I come out of spider form begrudgingly and
No.
do...
You stay there and you think about what you've done. No, of course you can.
Thank you. Can I maybe do like Arcana checks? maybe?
Yes, absolutely. So let's start over here with Matty, because I know you've rolled.
11.
11!
15 survival.
So investigation, survival, and...
What's she doing? Ice knife.
23 Arcana.
23 on Arcana. Okay, so on the investigation check, going around the room, the only other thing that you find is that there is another archway on the eastern wall, a bit further to the south, about 15 foot away from the very south wall, that has a heavy red and blue curtain in front of it. Going around the rest of the room, you don't find anything untoward, you don't find any traps or anything like that physically. It's just a really nice room. Even the walls are painted like meadows and stuff, so it kind of like fits in and it gives you this very open space within this structure. That's what you would find, Matty.
Yep.
Survival 15? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first thing that you notice is obviously like the walls are painted to look like an ongoing transition of nature, but then you see the doors and you see that that's not moving, and then you would assume that like this little patch of nature, this tree, has been probably magically taken and put here for some reason. Nothing untowards that you really find. Arcana-wise,
Yes.
yeah, a piece of nature has been snatched from the material plane somewhere and replaced here in the castle. Probably because you see that face move in the tree, and something just connects to you and your druidic ways. This tree is a very powerful arcane creature. It appears to be obviously like currently facing towards this turtle, and you would get the sense that the turtle is in some way entranced. Mm-hmm. It's very easy to break a trance like that, you would imagine. Just usually it's physical contact, shaking them awake, very much like the sleep spell or anything like that. But as to why this area is here, you're unsure.
Okay. Well, guys, I think that tree is very powerful. I maybe don't look it in the eyes. I don't know how it's, I think it's controlling that fella there.
Oh dear.
I know. We could maybe give him a shove.
What, the tree or?
No, not the
Oh,
tree.
just double
Don't touch
checking.
the tree.
Shove the tree, Betty.
Oh, I don't know
Yeah,
nothing
that
about
fella
nature.
Yeah, Betty, do you want to shake him?
Why me? Why me?
Because I'm on a horse and Arabella's...
I'm emotionally
You know.
distressed.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'll give him a gentle shake.
Yeah, and with that, your trance-like state, these like words that are like distant echoes begin to like come to you, and eventually, within a few seconds, you're back staring at the tree, and then you look, and there are 3 dwarves on either side of you.
I think what he'd do is the moment he's shook, his sort of face would turn towards the dwarf, his small piercing eyes staring at him.
Oh, sorry, mate. You alright?
And then he looks to the others. You're not my party.
No,
No.
afraid not.
Where is your party?
He looks around the room like,
I mean, you can't see them.
I don't know. This is very strange. I don't know how long I've been here staring at this tree, but...
Well, we've just arrived and we've found you here. And hello, I'm Bonnie. This is the Contessa. This is my sister Arabella and my brother Mathias. And that's it.
Is that a spider?
She was, and she's not anymore.
No.
Oh, no, I must be mistaken.
Just ignore it, it's okay.
Well, I don't know what to do with myself, really. I suppose I should follow you.
Do you know this tree? You're looking at it quite intently.
I don't remember. It's been a long time, I assume.
I think the last thing that you would remember is that you were having a conversation with this tree, and it asked you a question. You can't quite remember the question, but when you answered, it felt like the world fell away from you. And that's the last thing you remember.
So I'll tell them that.
And as he tells you that, you watch like the eyebrows on the tree move. More visitors. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I remember that now, yeah.
You're not going to make us do what he was doing just now, are you?
Well, that depends. No, the face, like, as the bark moves, like, you see, like, silt and dust fall from it. This fellow was after a prize. And I am the gardener.
How does he garden if he doesn't have any hands?
That's a very good question.
How do you garden if you don't have any hands?
Branches,
have you branched out into other avenues.
That's quite a good question, actually.
And you just watch as, like, wildflowers start to bloom all around the base of the tree.
Fair play, that's rad.
I have much power.
Well, I wouldn't trust it if I was you.
Well, you seem to have been here a long time.
I wonder how long. Oh, very strange.
What's your name, by the way?
Oh, I'm Nomni.
Bless you.
No, that's my name. I'm Nomni.
Nomini.
Nomni.
Let me
to meet
spell
you,
it out. N-O-M.
And
And then the second name is N-I.
Aye.
Oh,
No, that
yeah.
line with the dot at the top.
Oh, it's got the umlaut.
Nomni. Yes.
That's it. Okay. Makes perfect sense.
Uh,
You have a lovely voice, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It's a bit similar to yours.
I know. It's just because some people just talk better, don't they?
That's quite right.
Oh, there's fucking two of them now.
I know.
Well, I mean, you know.
Sorry, I didn't mean that to come out.
So, what do you think, Matty? Jeez.
I've had a bit of drink, as you can tell.
Sorry, Mr. Tree, you were saying.
And it just, like, chuckles. Dwarves are funny. Why do you come here today?
Well, we were searching for a couple of people that may be holed up here. Have you seen any other dwarves pass through here?
Might have been here for about, I don't know, 20 years.
Give or take. Yeah.
Oh, it's probably as long as me.
Wait,
Maybe.
who did you come with?
Yeah, good question, actually.
Well, I was. Well, I'm a bodyguard normally. That's people hire me. Mostly elves. I think I was here with some elves, but I don't remember.
Do you talk of Helgeir and Cadwick?
Yes.
Is that to me?
That is to the Blackhelm Clan when they
Yes.
say, "Have you seen some dwarves around here?"
Yes.
Yes.
It's Mum and Dad, isn't it?
It is
Yeah.
probably. You guys wrote this.
I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they were called.
Yeah, and so they're like Helgeir and Cadwick.
We just used to call Mum and Dad. That's why it took us a second.
We're just so taken aback, I'm sorry.
They frequent this room.
What?
What do you mean? In what fashion?
They enter this room and they leave this room.
Are they free? Or are they with other people? Come on, it's not fucking hard, mate. Come on.
Takes a long time. I mean, you asked the question: are they free or are they with other people?
Are
So
they
have they opened up the relationship? Or
are they chained up, or are they coming here as free people of their own will?
I do not know their situation, but they enter and leave this room more than I do. I
It's not hard, mate.
am not free, but am, yet they are freer than I, but not.
right, okay.
Okay.
So we're talking in
This is how it's going to go, is it?
I'm going to take out my map and start kind of scribbling on the back. Okay, so if you were to say which door do they usually come from when they come into this room?
The iron door to the Storm's Gate.
Storm's Gate. That sounds
This
sexy.
one came looking for powerful items to steal with his friends, and looks towards the turtle.
Did I? I don't remember.
Now, if you were to explain where Storm's Gate is to someone who doesn't know, what would you say?
Their eyes dart, and you see like them move across to the western wall, towards that corner where there's 2 doors. The metal door over there.
And how often do they come through?
Time is hard to gauge here.
Okay, but if you had to put like a guesstimate.
At least try.
Every few days.
That's fine.
That's quite regular. Yeah.
When I was young.
I would have
I don't think I've got time for this.
Nice story.
Didn't you say I do the riddle?
I asked you a question. You sought power. I offered you a chance to prove your worth, but you were not worthy.
I'm not.
Cold.
That was the wrong accent. That character's dead.
Yes, very. I saw him. He did not do well.
Well, I mean, I'm not the smartest to see. I'm quite strong. I'm quite fairly fast. But, not the smartest.
Do you all seek power?
No.
Not right now.
Really,
No. I think it'll take too long.
If that was
Sort
to
of
be there, maybe.
more invested in domestic issues, to be honest.
I can offer you power.
No, I don't. I really stopped trying to push it, mate.
No, like we don't want to join your pyramid
You're
scheme.
not getting us,
no.
mate.
I don't know. I'm quite tempted.
Would you like to try again? 50p a go.
Insert credits.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Well, why not?
No, mate, come on, mate.
Okay, as soon as you say why not,
Why not?
the tree.
Third character, get ready.
Answer this and I will bequeath my power to you.
Queen.
I touch your face, I'm in your words. I'm lack of space and beloved by birds. What am I?
Oh, it's air, isn't it?
The tree smiles. A better answer than your first.
What did I say first? I can't remember.
What?
Oh, yes.
And the face almost splits apart, revealing a knot within the tree, and it gets wider and wider and wider. And in it, a gnarled staff hovers
Ooh.
and begins to float out towards you as a group.
Gandalf?
Oh, I think are you a druid by chance?
Thank you for noticing. Yeah.
This is not really a barbarian weapon. Why don't you try it out?
I mean, if no one else minds, it
Oh,
looks very
stop that.
nice.
I've given it to you.
Oh, thank you very much. Sir.
As the aperture closes and the face reappears, this is a staff of the woodland. Take it with you, for you are worthy.
Yeah.
That was a great boost for my ego that I needed today.
Yeah, just remember you killed our uncle, though.
You can add Staff of the Woodland to your character sheet, by the way.
Turns into a spider cry.
Also, the tree shakes in the wind, and you feel the wind pick up. You can all complete a long rest
Sick.
I don't need one.
as the nourishments of nature invigor your body. Should you need to rest again, visit me here.
Okay.
Long rest room.
thank you
What's
very
your
much.
name, by
Basically,
the way?
yep.
What's his name? Or their name?
Or she.
It has been a long time since somebody asked my name.
That's just politeness, isn't it?
Maybe we'll call you Twiggy.
I don't.
Twiggy.
That's
Twiggy.
actually really offensive to my
Yeah,
people.
How about Woody?
It's even worse. It's basically the worst slur.
Niles Barkley.
Give the staff back.
I actually love that name.
I like Niles Barkley. Sir, No,
Thank you very much.
First of his name.
but you guys feel invigorated, and you can complete a long rest, and you can lose the exhaustion. You can,
We love that.
you have a rest room.
Woo!
Where was that 20 minutes ago?
Indeed.
So which of you is in charge then?
I don't think we,
We don't really work
particularly have a
like that,
leader.
No.
I'm going to kind of look behind at the turtle and go, it's me.
It's you? Oh, very well. Where are we going?
We're going downstairs. Apparently, we're going to the Storm's Gate. Miss Sir Niles, do you know much about this Storm's Gate and what perils it might inevitably entail?
Yes, the Storm's Gate is a gate to the prison ward of the castle. It is where the prisoners of the Grand Mage are kept. Only those blessed by the Storm Lord may pass.
Oh.
How do we do that?
I do not know.
Oh, shit, hang on.
Is it?
I'm blessed by the Storm Lord.
Well, there we go.
Arabella and me, not me now.
What did he
You
say?
can go and make an offer.
I don't know, it's your name.
No, just nothing. Absolutely nothing. What?
What about us?
We'll go and make an offering and then you can get blessed.
I don't have anything.
Well, there's a magical looking mace in the ghoul room.
Oh, wonderful.
A mace, you say?
Yeah, do you want to go get a mace?
I think a mace.
Feels a bit disrespectful.
I don't know. I've got weapons, really. I think I'll be fine.
Mr. Niles, do you know where one might acquire some magical items about these parts?
I have bequeathed you a magical item.
There you go, give it to the Storm Lord.
Also, I believe this is the house of a great mage. I believe there would be magical implements all over this establishment.
Cool. So, right, what we've got to do is act quick.
I'm not-
Find some magic.
Yeah, because I don't really want to part with this stuff. I see I've
No,
become quite
you
acquainted
should
with
keep
it.
it.
Like, it's very powerful.
You've had it for 20 seconds.
Yes, but it's my gift. My gift.
Would my old staff be a magical item because it's an arcane focus? Could I just use that?
Oh, not really, because an arcane focus only helps you channel it. It's not like an enchanted item or something that you are offering to
Yeah.
the Storm Lord.
Fair.
Do we all need to be this Stormlord thing? Or is it, I mean,
If you so wish to pass through the Storm's Gate,
do I?
Well, if you
If
want
you
help
want to
get...
come with us, yeah.
I don't think I've got any magical items.
So I think we need to go on
I've got nothing.
a trip.
We want to go rooting.
I think so.
Yeah, we've got to go pick up some shit, haven't we?
Well, you
Did you?
just, as a GM, you definitely found stuff along your way.
Yeah.
I will just
Armour.
point that out.
Yeah.
The armory.
Did you pick up those prayer beads?
Oh shit, no, we didn't.
We should probably go back and pick those
Yeah,
up.
we should. Could we use the beads
Well,
from those, do you reckon?
I don't know. If we take them and then re-offer them, is that just like cheating? I don't want to
We
upset
could-
him. He looks
yeah.
too hot.
So you would also know that like
Hurt
the
each other
bowl
with
itself
tunnels.
was probably filled with items to use as an offering, and the bead of the prayer beads were the only one left.
There we go.
Yeah,
So if we
yeah,
take
yeah.
the beads, that's another
Yeah.
one.
And then
Could we take individual beads off though?
no, what you worked out earlier is that you think it has to be the whole
yeah.
item.
Yeah, right, got you,
But
got
you know,
you,
you
yeah.
could, you know, if you've got other items, you know, things like potions, if you've got anything that's got magical properties that isn't a magic item, basically, you could offer that, and that would be a good enough offering to the Stormlord to gain his boon.
Yep.
Or you can go pilfering.
Yeah, because I got one potion of healing. That's it.
I've got the potion of heroism, but I don't want to keep that.
Yeah, no, that's
quite good.
fair.
Staff of the Woodlands it is.
No.
I don't have anything, unfortunately.
Mr. Barclay,
yes,
this shed room, just to the north of this room, is there anything dangerous in there? Do you know what's in there?
I do not, but I know that the mage's apprentices frequent it often.
Let's
Well,
go
there's
in there.
probably
Let's go
chock
in
full
there.
of magic shit then, isn't it?
Oh, well, I'm going to go and literally I'm going to the door and see if I can just open it.
I'm following him, yes.
To
2 seconds, let me look at the room doors.
16, please.
So you go up to the door, you're just going to try and open it?
Yes.
Cool. There's nothing engages, there's no trap, but it is locked.
Oh.
Oh, bugger.
Oh no, our worst enemy.
You any good at lockpicking, normally?
Well, I could knock it down. I'm quite strong.
Last time that happened didn't go too well, so...
Well, whoever that was is probably not as strong as me.
Maybe.
I'm very strong, and I'm very heavy.
Go on, give it a go.
Okay.
I want to see what you're capable of.
Right.
First roll as a new character.
So he turns around and he runs backwards with this shell first.
Make the attack roll. It's your unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
It hits the door.
My God.
You may roll some damage.
Right. That's 6 damage.
Okay, you dent into the door, and it leaves a hefty tortoise shell shape into it. It's still hanging on in there, but it's probably going to need one more good hit.
You're a monk. Why don't you finish it off? I'll move out the way.
All right. I'm not particularly good at just smashing doors now, but
I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'll give it a go. 14.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
You couldn't possibly miss a door.
Trust me, we had a bit of a debacle earlier.
Oh, I wouldn't know about
9 bludgeoning damage.
And do you kick it off its hinges, or you
just front kick, just straight through.
Awesome.
that. Oh, excellent. Well done.
It worked better than last time, I tell you.
You kick the door open into a very different room to what you've seen so far. The walls are wooden and lined with tools and shelves, and the shelves have plant pots and other gardening equipment organized in a way that makes things easy to see. You see a workstation that can be found on the west wall with the remains of clippings and soil can be found on its top. Enough components in here can be found for anybody who is of the arcane variety to put together a spell pouch or a components pouch. And you see that there is another door off to the northeastern wall, which you think probably connects back to room 13 according to your guys' maps. But this seems to be some kind of potting shed where certain attributes of plants or maybe things are cultivated and taken.
I would like to investigate the room, see if there are any maybe scrolls, that kind of thing, potions.
Give me an investigation check.
Okie dokie. 8.
It's a potting shed. It's not too dissimilar to Onkle's. And maybe in that moment it's kind of sad for you to think, oh wow, that was too soon. To be inside this ramshackle shed that's his home back in Lightwell.
Not anymore.
Oh God, we're gonna have to clear all that out.
Not anymore.
Yeah, but you don't find anything else.
I think I'll just walk out of the room. This room's full of shit. Nothing in here, don't bother.
Could I pottle in? Because I have a herbalism kit.
Yes.
Could I just rustle up? We'd need, 3 potions of whatever variety?
I mean, you tell me what the herbalist kit does.
So a herbalist kit contains a variety of instruments such as clippers, mortar and pestle, and pouches and vials used by herbalists to create remedies and potions. Proficiency with this kit lets you add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to identify or apply herbs. Also, proficiency with this kit is required to create antitoxin and any potion of healing. So
you absolutely can.
I'll do that.
Okay, so I need to know if we need to make a check for healing potions. Otherwise...
I forgot I had that.
I think if you're proficient,
This is the perfect room for that, in fact. This is
thought
kind of what this room's designed for. I'm going to have a quick look at the rules for creating healing potions in 2024. Oh, that's a fantastic use of a skill. So requirements, you need a herbalism kit and proficiency with it, which you do.
Yes.
You need to have 25 gold pieces. That's its cost.
Shit.
It takes 8 hours to brew the potion. However, you are in an Arcanist's castle.
Yes.
I will half that time.
How many gold pieces was it?
25.
I've got 21.
Got 22.
I've got nothing.
Could I steal
I've
4 gold
got
pieces?
10. I've got 10 if you need any.
I will
2 from each
scrap the gold cost because of where you are.
Yeah, who am I giving it to?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. But if you want to spend the next... How many are you trying to make? Because we're halving the time on these.
Well, we need... Well, we only really need 2, because I've got 1.
I've got 2 healing potions, so I can part with 1.
Yeah.
God, they were so expensive.
That's why I'm thinking. Yeah, we did spend a lot of money on
Well,
those.
there's the prayer beads next door.
Yeah, so that's 1.
But they're quite useful, aren't they?
But if we can, they'll be more useful if we can get through that place unscathed.
I mean, I could guard the door if you like.
If you can make 1, I've already got I'm already blessed. And then I can part with a potion of healing, then that's the 3.
Just 1 more then.
Well, how long would it take to kind of make a couple of extra? Like, say if I wanted to make 3, how long would it take?
4 hours per instead of 8.
Oh,
Quite
per.
a lot.
Okay, so per.
I think just make the
just
1.
the 1.
Babe,
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll just make the 1.
Yep.
And over the next 4 hours, you can make a potion of healing. It uses up your herbalist kit. It will use up what's in this room. But you can add a potion of healing to your character sheet. And wow, I'm coughing. Very easily doable in this particular room.
At least you're not in a coffin.
Very true.
Like Uncle.
He didn't get a coffin.
No.
He got blended.
Oh, that's true, yeah. At least there was a hole in the middle of the room.
That would have been useful.
Oh dear.
I've just realised I've got carpenter's tools that you can use to seal or
Me
pry
too.
open a door.
I also have carpenter's tools.
Oh.
Read your shit, people.
Yeah, I mean, there's a prime example of read your shit. I'm not looking after your characters, you are. So you spend 4 hours making a potion.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Well, I guess I'm going to go offer my potion if someone wants to grab those beads.
Sure. I'll grab the beads then.
And I will give Nom a potion of healing.
Oh, that's very kind.
So, down here we start with a potion of healing. You place it onto the statue of the Stormlord's hand, and instantly you hear like thunder and lightning, and that burn mark appears in the hand, and for 24 hours you will be immune to lightning damage. Do you do the same with the potion of healing?
Yes.
And exactly the same thing happens. For 24 hours you will be immune to lightning damage.
So remove that from my inventory, yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
What are you using?
I'll use the beads as I was given.
You put the beads of prayer on there. Looking at like the 6 individual spells on there and like just getting rid of them, like putting them on there. Once more the lightning hits and you become immune to lightning for 24 hours. You feel like for a moment you feel the waves of the sea and hear the crashing of the ocean. But yeah, you feel booned in this moment.
Well, I think we're ready now, eh?
Yeah.
Has anybody noticed how handsome this statue is?
Oh,
I don't know what you mean.
absolutely.
Very handsome
Trust
indeed.
me, we'll never hear the end of it.
Haven't suddenly become religious or anything, no.
I'm following you. I'll follow you. I suppose we should probably leave.
Tell me what you're doing, guys.
I think we're going to try and get through the iron door.
To the storm.
A new challenge.
To room 18. Just going to straight up open the door?
Well, we'll check it first.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Can I do the same?
Yep, all of you can do
Can I
it.
do it as well? Yeah.
We're all doing it, are we?
24.
18.
I've forgotten. Well, it's not as good as that.
5. It's a podcast. Do try and say the numbers.
I did say the number. You didn't listen to me.
That is very true.
Take 2 HP off.
Wow.
It's alright, I got plenty. So tough.
10.
10, okay. The door is not trapped by the looks of it to all of you. It has like heavy engravings of like lightning bolts, and there is in common just one word that just says prison.
Well,
I think this might be it.
let's open it up. Oh shit, no, the Contessa needs to make an offering.
Oh no.
I do have another potion of healing.
It might
can-
not extend to animals.
The Contessa, with her mouth, is going to place this potion of healing into the expert hand.
And the Contessa is immune to lightning.
Yay!
What a fucking waste.
I can imagine her fur like kind of
Let it
gets
die.
static a little bit.
You were so hoping, weren't you?
Were you sitting there going, they've forgotten about the fucking horse?
I'll never forget about the horse.
A little bit. I'm just thirsty for death. Run back in and do the offering, and yep.
Now we're ready.
Let's
Let's open the door.
let's go.
Okay.
Right.
As soon as you turn the handle, thunder and lightning crackles around the door. You feel it surge into you all, but it does nothing.
Nick.
Cool.
The door swings open, and in front of you is a room filled with the elements of a storm. It rains profusely from a cloudy ceiling, and the sounds of the storm outside can be heard clearly in this room. As you look up at the enchanted ceiling, you see it clearly replicates the scene outside of this castle. As you see the clouds part every now and again, and the peaks of high mountains, but also with that taller tower to the east as a lightning bolt strikes it into a large metal rod that reaches into the sky from the tower's high point. You watch the lightning coil and wrap around it and go down into that tower. You see very much like the enchanted ceiling in Hogwarts, that kind of you can see the storm above, and what you remember the outside of this place being that like heavy rainstorm, the thunder, the lightning, and as you move in, you can feel the charged energy in the air. You can feel the electricity, the static. You see that there is a singular door leaving this place on the south wall, and it is a portcullis.
Yeah,
So should we go that way?
I think so.
Yep.
Right.
Got no other option.
Cool. As soon as you move across the room, lightning begins to fork from the floor to the ceilings, connecting you to the elements outside, but you are unscathed. You are taking 0 damage. I'm not even going to roll anything, but you are just passing through the storm. You get to the portcullis, and next to it on the right, you see a lever.
Let's check it for traps first, shall we?
Investigation, please.
Just to make sure. 12.
Seems clear.
Cool.
The portcullis begins to raise. Nothing goes off. Thunder and lightning booms behind you, and you can see that it leads into another room. Quite a large room. Do you all just pass straight into...
Would you like me to go first?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Go for it.
If
mate.
nothing else, I make quite a good meat shield.
I think I'm in love.
Well, you know. And if I was to perish, at least you could use my shell. Right, off I go then.
Okay, so you step in, and the portcullis that you come through is in line with the eastern wall of this room. It is a large room. It is a good 25 foot in depth by about 35, 40 foot across. And as you step in, it is a large room with a small forge in the northwestern corner. The forge is now cold and lifeless, as well as a stone golem that is lifeless that resides there, but it is semi-slumped over at an anvil with this hammer raised, probably shut down mid-strike, in its right hand, and holding a set of half-cast chains over the anvil in its left. There are also chains laid out on the floor near the forge. The room is cold and lifeless, and dust sits on most things. Could you give me a perception check, please, as you enter the room?
Me?
Yep.
Good. 7.
Yeah. It's a cold and lifeless room. Nothing happens as you enter. Rest of you follow in?
Yes.
Cool. I'll let you all give me a perception check.
I rolled one earlier. It was an 18.
Yep.
9.
9.
11.
9. For you, Arabella, there's like a small rattling of some kind. It's kind of high-pitched, a little bit tinny, and it's like something shaking. Like...
Chains?
No, not metallic.
Do I know where it's coming from in the room, or is it kind of just like a ambient rattle?
towards the forge area.
Okay.
It's more like, you know when somebody walks in holding a cup and saucer?
Right.
Like the butler in Tomb Raider.
Exactly. It's exactly that sound. Like that kind of like
Okay.
porcelain rattle.
We'll just lock him in the freezer.
Yeah.
It'll be all right. It's very
bit.
faint.
Okay. Well, I think there is something over by the forge, guys. I don't know if we want to just go around it quietly, maybe?
You do see the other doors in the room. There is an archway on the eastern wall, and there is a stone door in the very southwestern corner.
Is that thing a type of construct? What do you think?
I have no idea.
Is it? It's made out of stone, is it? That's got
Yes.
with stone cutting as a dwarf. Can I go check it out?
You absolutely can. Go give me an investigation and/or an arcana check, please. Incarna.
11.
11. So it's beautifully crafted stone. And then, as you look at it, you don't know much about arcana, but what you see is that, like, with your dwarven heritage, this isn't carved by hand. And like other things you've seen here, this is clearly magically carved. And it's not quite a statue. This thing clearly must have had movement at some point. And you've been around a forge. You've seen Dirge's forge in town. This thing was a working forge, and this thing looks like it was working the forge at some point. You see like scorch marks on it from hammer to anvil. You see they're like, it's been heated up and sooted on one side, but nobody's ever really cleaned it off. But now it's not animated anymore, and the forge is cold. As you get over to the forge to have a look, you do see that there are like chains on the floor that don't come from this anvil. They seem to have been pulled down from somewhere else, and they're not just like haphazardly strewn about. Give me a... What's your passive investigation, actually?
It is just a measly 10.
A measly, bless you.
Bless thee.
A measly 10. Enough to notice that it's not just like dropped on the floor.
Okay.
There's some kind of...
Does it look like it was chaining up the golem at some point?
No.
Okay.
No.
Interesting. Does it look at all like it was lit quite recently?
The forge?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. It's been cold for some time.
Yes.
Well, I think we can either fuck with whatever's here or just keep moving. We're not really sure what to do here.
Oh.
I mean, has this always been the wizard's castle or whatever? Do you think this is perhaps
Well, that
allied with him?
I mean, there's definitely something. I can hear something. I don't know if you've all gone down.
I can't hear anything.
Where did you hear it?
Towards the forge.
What's everybody else's passive investigation?
10.
My passive investigation is 8.
Mine's 15.
Okay, so
Investigating.
you're focused on the sound.
Yeah.
You then point this out to everybody else here, and then you guys all pick up on this like rattling of some kind. And then you see the chains on the floor, and everything else in here around the room where there are chains, and you can see this is probably like a chain smithy where like manacles and chains are created.
Right. Okay.
They're in like piles or on reams or hanging on hooks, but there is some near the forge that have been laid out. And it's only when everybody else moves in a bit closer, and then you take a step back, with a passive perception of 15, one chain has been lined out to spell the word teacup. No, sorry, teapot.
A chain.
In chain.
In chain. Is that an invitation or?
The rattling is coming from, you think, just around the edge of the forge, where there are some like boxes and crates. You think it's coming from in there.
I feel like Arabella's curiosity is going to get the better of her, and I think seeing the words teapot spelled out just sounds like a really friendly, wholesome cottagecore adventure. Can she tentatively approach? and have a closer look.
At what?
The writing.
Yeah, I mean, you get closer to the chains. You see the rest of your companions around you. You see this golem just standing over this anvil. And you see that something has dragged the chains into a position. And it's definitely been dragged in parts. Not like one continuous smooth thing. It's been dragged and pushed into place across the floor to spell out the word teapot.
Teapot.
Is there a teapot in this room? Does anyone else see the teapot in here?
I don't see a teapot anywhere. I mean,
Maybe it's his name.
the rattling did sound quite ceramic.
Yeah, you would get that.
Teapot.
Quite.
Do we all
I mean,
see?
what kind of harm can a teapot do, really?
I mean,
do we see all the boxes in the corner like now, all of us, or is it just Arabella?
I'm going to say that you guys can point this all out to each other as you're going.
Has anyone looked over there around that corner in those boxes?
yeah.
It might be in there or something. I don't know.
Look. Do you want us to look, Arabella?
You look intrigued.
I
Do you want
mean,
me
it
to
just
open a
sounds-
box for you?
I mean, if you're offering,
Oh, yeah, I'll do
I mean,
it.
if
Oh, come on.
we might
No,
be
it's
having a
like-
nice rest and a cup
I'm
of
going to
tea.
take more of a hit than you can in case it's, got like a boxing mitt in
You're
it or
right. I am
something.
very weak.
Yeah, you are. It's not your fault.
I will
It's-
admit this.
We babied you too much. We can admit that. I'll go over to the boxes and have a root around.
Give me an investigation check, please.
Be on guard. Could be a trap.
13.
13. Okay, so you begin to go over to the boxes, and you can see that, like, most of the boxes have things for the smithy. There are, like, individual, forge molds for chain links. You can see that there are, like, little tools around. There are things to help with the fire, to get things lit. There are, like, tinder boxes in there. And the sound of this rattling is coming from this pile, and you move one of these like cloths that's covering another section, and you find like the rattling just stops, and you find a small selection of teacups.
I found some teacups.
Oh my god, shall we have some tea?
Uncle just died.
I mean, that's what you do when people die, isn't it? Have a cup of tea.
What do you mean your uncle just died?
Oh yeah, sorry, we
yeah,
forgot
yeah.
to mention.
Our uncle died like what? Like
20 minutes ago.
4 hours
Yeah,
ago.
sorry, I made those potions, didn't
Oh,
I?
you're dealing with it very well.
Well,
No.
You mustn't have liked him very much.
I was just trying not to think about it.
we're just trying to get on, my friend. We're just trying to get on.
How did he die?
Got ripped
I don't
apart
really wanna-
by ghouls.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
That was it.
How did
Eaten,
that
they
happen?
just ripped the flesh right off it.
yeah, that was the
Yes.
only cause.
Just
Oh,
the
dear.
sound of flesh tearing. It was just, yeah.
It was quite savage, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Oh, that
intense.
sounds horrible.
Wasn't great.
We are a bit traumatized, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Was that in that room with the bars?
Yeah.
Ah, yes, we avoided that room.
Oh, good for you.
I expect you, though, had armour and weapons when you came in here.
I don't have any armour, I'm a barbarian. Fuck! I don't need armour.
It's happening again.
And to be fair, I don't need a weapon either. I've got lovely claws.
What do the teacups look like?
So there are 6 teacups here, and they are like bone china. They are very ornate. They are this like ceramic white kind of color with a purple and blue border. They have like a little touch of pink to them here and then, especially on the inside. They have a few gold rims to like the very bottom bit of the teacup where it would touch the saucer and the very top lip. One of them is clearly been smashed before and has been fixed in that kitsugi kind of style where they use gold
Oh, yeah.
to fill it in,
Yeah,
and there's
yeah.
only one of them that's like that. Can you give me a perception check while you're there, please?
I can. 14.
Can I have a D20 roll from out there, please? I nearly did it myself. Come on.
How
Go
dare
for it. 3.
Hey.
That particular one shakes. Ever so slightly, like it was trying to hide.
Oh.
I see you.
I see you.
You think you can hide from me, but you can't. I see you. Shaking over there.
Give me a persuasion check.
I don't know what this is. 18 minus 1 for 17.
Okay. You say that you see it there, and it stops this like rattle, and it's clearly was trying to hide it. And then there's like a moment where you wait, and then the handle, which is also fixed in this Kitsugi style gold to fill in where the porcelain is shattered, moves, and the bottom of the handle comes away and the top of it stays there, and this arm comes up, and it's got like 3 little fingers on the end of it, and then a gold what you thought was like a gold ring on the inside of it that leads to the center of the teacup. Also a second arm comes up and pokes itself out of the lip of the cup, and it springs up, and from the gold ring on the bottom, 2 legs basically sprout, and they are made again of the same gold and porcelain, and it's on the back of the rim, so it has to like lean backwards or else it's going to fall forwards. As the rattle of this porcelain and gold, basically you see where it's coming from, and it's like it goes to get up, it springs up, and then tries to run away from you.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. Like, you've clearly been through enough. Don't worry, my dude. We're not here to as long as you're not going to cause us harm, we're not going to cause you harm. I mean, you're a walking teacup. That's rad. We should put that in our castle.
Oh my god, we should. Every object should walk.
Yes.
You guys have castles?
No.
We're gonna.
In our dreams, my friend, in our dreams.
There should be a teacup with like a little chip in it, which we can call Chip. And for some reason, it's the trapped soul of a small child.
Yes,
but when he becomes an animate boy again, he doesn't have a brain damage, which is really perplexing.
And his mum should be the teapot.
Exactly, but she's like an octogenarian.
Yes.
She should be voiced by Angela Lansbury.
Perfect choice. Perfect choice. What a voice that
anyway,
lady
hello,
had.
Richard Carl.
So this thing has bolted across the room. I was going to give you a persuasion check to try and stop it, but you then got chatting to Arabella.
Do you not think
you
that
guys
this
watch
could be
as this teacup on legs gets up, and like it's so unbalanced. It's like watching a drunkard try and like stumble across.
That's your area.
Yeah, and like it like. As it's like it doesn't make a noise, it like rattles as it like teeters, and it's trying to run for like another like pile of chains and stuff away from you all.
Teeters.
So is this one of the?
That's a pun.
Is this the teapot or is it a teacup?
It's a teacup.
A teacup. So it was the chains were spelling out teapot, right?
Yes.
Oh, I think we need to find the mother teapot.
Do you want us to find the teapot?
Give me a persuasion check.
Well, it looks like he's going for some more chains. He might be writing out a message.
That's a 0.
Whoa. Jesus.
It goes to jump behind a pile of the chains.
No.
It has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Could somebody roll me a d20, please?
I think it's frightened.
12! It succeeds at the dexterity saving throw as it lands, and then its legs go back into the ring, and its arms go back into the teacup position, and it just like lands behind the chains, trying to hide itself from you. And we will probably pick that back up next month. Thank you so much to everybody who's been here tonight rolling dice for me. Thank you so much to Happy Piranha for always letting us do this here. We'll be back on the first Friday of February, which I'm going to quickly look at the calendar now. That is the 7th of February. We'll be back for episode 4. Hopefully, for those of you who missed episode 2 on the podcast, you'll have had enough explanation at the start of this one. And thank you ever so much to the guys out here who've been rolling dice for us. Thank you so much. We've been Dragonborn Industries, and we'll be back next month for the next episode of Lightwell. Thank you very much.
Thank you.